in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The Travelician, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio. Yeah!
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy eve of Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday, everybody.
Yep. Thanksgiving Eve.
In case you're like, how many Eves is that? It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes. You're in many worlds this morning, your last productive day of the week.
I would call it Gray Tuesday.
Yeah.
Since we're heading towards Black Friday.
Uh-huh.
It's Gray Tuesday, slightly grayer Wednesday, Thankful Thursday, and then Black Friday. We just go up real quick for a day, and then we're back down. Back down in the muck.
It's a hazy shade of Tuesday.
That's right. I had to drop myself down a little bit because I was looking at the camera. I'm like, my head was getting chopped off. So I went ahead and adjusted.
Mike in the mouth in the morning.
That's right.
It's just the mouth.
Self-adjustment.
For some reason, when I said that, I went right to the old In Living Color bit, The Head Detective. If you remember that one.
So it was just the head?
Yeah. He was in sneakers and a hat.
It's kind of the...
Not sneakers, but gumshoe shoes.
It was the Rick and Morty interdimensional cable. It was, Baby Legs Johnson.
Yeah.
He just had baby legs, and so he couldn't run because he had baby legs. And so he needed a partner, and his partner was regular legs. Yeah. Get him, regular legs!
His job was just to chase stuff and carry him around.
He was just the regular legs.
Maybe at least call him RL for short or something.
RL.
RL.
Regular Legs Stein. That's the guy that wrote the Goosebumps books. Now I understand.
RL Stein.
That dude just had super regular legs. There's nothing outstanding about your legs.
MAL. Merely average legs.
Merely average legs. What's so special about your legs? Nothing. No.
Well, I'll tell you this. 'Tis the week for legs. Drumsticks, my favorite part.
Dude, you know what? I will say this. I will stand by I will kick turkey off the plate if given my druthers. But dark meat over light meat every time.
Mm-hmm.
Dark meat every single time. Thighs, drumsticks.
Have you had turkey in all its different ways of roasting, frying, smoking?
I have never had deep fried turkey.
See, there's where you're going to change your mind.
I'm sure, probably. Yeah. It's never been something.
I've had
the Venn diagram of my family's Thanksgiving celebrations and people frying turkeys has just, they're over here.
Which surprises me.
You would think, right? Because I'm from the South.
Right? You think, being in New Mexico or Oklahoma your whole life.
Ask any insurance agent. The Bible Belt is super overrun with turkey fires.
Between the two states, you should have stumbled upon a fried turkey somewhere, I'm thinking.
It's just never
I'm
never
from Maryland, spent half my life there, and I've stumbled upon them at least a couple times.
And I will say this. I am absolutely a fan of smoked turkey.
Mm-hmm.
If smoked the right way. The place up north smokes their turkey, they do it right.
Mm-hmm.
They have the best smoked turkey I've maybe ever had. I know it's a chain restaurant, but it's seriously one of the best smoked turkeys in the game.
Yeah. I ain't a thing wrong with smoked turkey. But
dark over light every time.
One of these days I'm going to fry one. I'm going to go get me a thingy and learn it up on it.
And I'm pretty sure I know how to do it. Like the safe way. You first of all, thaw it completely, dry it off completely, and any kind of aromatics, make sure to stuff inside. And And then, as long as it's dry, it should be fine. And then slowly lower it in. You have to make sure to only put the oil to the certain level. And I mean, I get all the concepts.
I've seen the firefighters light it up every year. Right. They go in somebody's driveway and set it on fire. I've watched that. Oh, yeah. I've seen the what not to do.
Don't
videos.
let this be you. All right.
Frozen turkey, check. Hose it off first, check. Fill oil to tippy top, check.
Actually, now that I think about it, I have to get some sides. I have most of my mains, but I need to get some sides.
Yeah. You know, we still got to do. I think tomorrow they're going to be picking up some odds and ends, like many people will be doing. We got the turkey. It's been in the fridge since Saturday. I've been checking its tenderness level. Yeah. Periodically, because it's sitting in I have a fridge in our garage where I keep my beverages. That's my beverage fridge. But
temporarily the turkey fridge.
We got a turkey in there, and so every time I go to get a beverage, I touch the turkey, poke it. I get a little poker,
poke.
like it's getting softer.
Nice.
Look at
getting closer to getting in my belly.
Although I did poke it this morning. I'm not sure if the time left versus the softness I felt is sufficient or not. We might need to expedite that process a little bit. We'll see. Anyway, happy pre-Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Hope you're having a wonderful day.
Getting more thankful every day.
That's right. Thankful for Thursday. Let me give you the rundown of today's show. We're going to replay a couple interviews for you. This hour, we're going to replay an interview. Don Weld, Friends of Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge, joined us in 9 o'clock hour yesterday, came in to tell us all about their Cranes and Cocoa event happening this Saturday evening. Well, late afternoon, I should say. Out at Bitter Lake.
Sundown.
Yeah. And you can come out there and drink cocoa, watch the cranes come in.
It's the most self-explained event possible. There's some cranes and then some cocoa. The two things go together. It's an amalgamation of cranes and cocoa. Now, you will not be drinking crane cocoa, just for those who are worried. It's not crane milk.
No.
Can you even milk a crane? Everything with nipples you can milk, right?
I was about to go to I was about to go to that reference. Like, I've got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
Can you milk me?
I don't know.
Especially made with crane milk. Don't ask how we acquired it.
Let's just say I've never
super limited stock.
I've perused the milk aisle. I've never seen crane milk amongst my selections.
Now that I think about it, milk mammals are the only ones that can create milk. So obviously, no, cranes don't make milk.
You ever had crane eggs? Just kidding. Jokes.
It's going to get us in serious trouble here, man.
Actually,
Mike, the EPA is on the
phone. Actually, I was thinking this is a little bit of an older reference, but you go out there and drink cocoa, and there's a bunch of guys named Bob Crane running around. You ever seen that movie about him?
It's the Cranes.
The Bob Crane movie?
I don't think so.
Hogan's Heroes?
But there's a movie?
Oh, he's had a past.
Really?
Yeah. It was mental health, man, and it was like thinking he was a spy. There was all kinds of stuff going on there. Yes. Check out the movie.
I'm gonna have to go look into that. Yeah.
Can't remember the name of the movie, but it's one about Bob Crane.
Slowly slipping the Bob Crane story.
I don't know. But so we're gonna play our interview with Don Weld.
Yes.
Cranes and cocoa. Nothing to do with Bob Crane or Crane milk.
Frazier's gonna be out there. Niles is over there in the corner. The cranes have come out. Old man in the chair off to the side.
Yeah, none of that.
No.
Then in the 8 o'clock hour, Amy McVeigh-Tejas from the Historical Society for Southeast Mexico join us. Give us an update on there. Remind us about the historic book fair coming up on December the 4th. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, about 9:15, Dr. Keon Agar joined us from Carabelli Dental in the 7 o'clock hour yesterday. So we're going to play that for folks that missed it in the 9 o'clock hour today. So
very good.
Plus, we'll have all of your features, include the news of the local and national variety, along with your other features and whatever else we can come up with for today's show. By the way, Angie Moore did tell me you can safely thaw your turkey out in the sink.
Yes.
With room temperature water as well. So
just keep replacing it because the water will get cold and that can actually cause thawing issues. So yeah, just keep a steady replacement of lukewarm water, and you should be fine.
Okay. I was about to say something dumb. Well, actually, no, it's not. You shouldn't have to replace the water. If you do room temperature water, you put the water in, it's going to cool to room temperature.
It's going to cool to whatever temperature the frozen turkey is at, and then you need to take the water out and replace it with normal warm water, or else it's going to be a turkey in cold water. It's not going to thaw as fast.
I think it'll thaw just fine.
All right. Fine. Let's bust this myth. You really want to put half of Roswell. I'm giving us way too much credit. You really want to put 24 people in Roswell's Thanksgiving dinner at risk? Yeah, I went from half of Roswell to 24.
I'd amend that. You want to put 2 people's
There you go. You want to put Grace and Andrea's Thanksgiving dinner at risk? Let's be honest here. Possibly Tanner half the time. He's not on his phone.
Not right now. He's sleeping.
Listening to lo-fi beats. That's super inside baseball.
A little bit. It is 7:15. I probably should do the weather.
Oh yeah.
It's not bad today. Like today's supposed to be in the 70s.
You know, for approaching Thanksgiving, it seems a lot more temperate than usual.
The only day that's going to be cold is Thanksgiving, and it's in the mid-50s, so it's not like winter. You know? So anyway, here's your weather. Enjoy it. You doing your own investigating.
That's right.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks pretty good today. We'll be in the low to mid 70s and plenty of sunshine. Overnight, a few clouds drifting through with our low in the mid 40s as a cold front arrives. We'll be a little bit cooler tomorrow. Our afternoon high in the upper 60s and low 70s. Then Thanksgiving Day, a mix of sunshine and clouds, isolated showers, and cooler with our high in the mid 50s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 33 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 54%. Winds are actually calm at the moment. Partly cloudy today. Expect highs in the low 70s, 72 officially. Northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies. Overnight low of 44 with southwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. For your Thanksgiving Eve on Wednesday, mostly cloudy. High of 69, near 70 tomorrow. West winds 5 to 10 in the a.m., 10 to 15 miles per hour for tomorrow afternoon. Wednesday night, there is a chance at showers. And it's actually bumped up. Went from 20% to now 30%. So the getting's good. 30% chance of showers Wednesday evening. Mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 38, north winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. For Thanksgiving Day, mostly sunny, cooler, high of only 54 with north winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday night, mostly clear, overnight low of 27. And then for your Black Friday, expect sunny skies and a high of 62. Looking at the weekend, Saturday, mostly sunny, 68. Mostly sunny on Sunday as well with a high of 63. So except for that 50s on Thanksgiving Day, expect our temps in the 60s for the most part next week or so here. All right, it is 7:18, and Richland has new inventory in stock. That's right. You're looking for new vehicles. They got them at Richland Chevrolet, Cadillac, and GMC on West 2nd. Just arrived a 2022 Cadillac XT6. It's in crystal white tri-coat. They also have a 2021 GMC 1500 Elevation Edition. It's a double cab in dark sky metallic. A 2021 GMC 1500 Elevation Edition in satin steel metallic. They also have a 2022 Chevy 2500 Custom Double Cab and a 2022 1500 Denali in cayenne red, too. Go see the folks at Richland for your next vehicle today. Ride for the brand. Richland Chevrolet, Cadillac, and GMC on West 2nd and also online at rlchevrolet.com. All right, 7:19, quick break, and then our interview with Don Weld from Friends of Bitter Lake. Don't go away.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. 1,725 head of cattle sold on Monday on the higher market with excellent buyer attendance compared to last week. Stocker calves sold 2 to 6 higher, feeder cattle steady to 2 higher, packer cows and bulls $5 to $10 higher, 3 to 400 pound steers 181 216, 3 to 400 pound heifers 158 165, 4 to 500 pound steers 164 181, 4 to 500 pound heifers 144 to 158, 5 to 600 pound steers, 157, 164. 5 to 600 pound heifers, 134, 144. 6 700 pound steers, 148, 50, 157. 6 700 pound heifers, 134, 138. 7 800 pound steers, 140, 148, 50. 7 800 pound heifers, 118, 134. Packer cows 65 to 85. Canner and cutter cows 50 to 60. Packer bulls 90 to $1. Feeder bulls 80 to 87. Top half the cow-calf pairs $1,000 to $1,360 per pair. Top half the bred cows $900 to $1,185 per head. We do appreciate the business and hope everyone has a safe and happy Thanksgiving. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
Martine's Capital Cafe in Roswell offers authentic and highly rated New Mexico food. Explore their amazing menu featuring huevos rancheros or asado with eggs or their green chili stew. And you can't forget their award-winning green chili cheeseburger, all made from scratch using their finest and freshest ingredients. Open for carryout with curbside delivery or limited dine-in. Just call ahead 624-2111. Martine's Capital Cafe, always pleasing the most refined palate. Open Monday through Saturday from 6 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. at 110 West 4th in Roswell.
Looking for a hot cup of coffee and a breakfast burrito to start the day? Brewer's got it. What about a midday snack or a pick-me-up? Brewer's got it. Dinner for the family after a long day? Brewer has what you need. Brewer's grill locations have extended hours, serving up all your favorites and brand new cravables, like their mushroom Swiss burger, their bacon and green chili chicken sandwich, and more. Find your nearest brewer online, then call ahead for super quick pickup. Fuel your smile at a locally owned brewer near you. Whatever you need, Brewer's got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, So Easy Sewing finally has our most popular sewing machines and sergers back in stock. We have the Zest, our entry-level machine, on sale for $149. We have the Amazing Jazz 2, which boasts a 12-inch throat, on sale for $799, and our number one selling Verve sewing embroidery combo machine on sale for $999. All machines include lifetime instruction on the use of the machine. Hurry in to 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell to claim your new machine before they're gone. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
Have you noticed the days are getting shorter? This is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but we're on the downhill side of the year, so every day is a couple of minutes shorter than the one before, even though your plants need plenty of food and water to keep them healthy. Like those globe willows that are turning yellow. A good dose of the right fertilizer will make them bright green again. No matter what the problems you're having, we probably have a cure at Roswell Seed Company, but come see us soon, because winter's coming, you know.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The world's oldest chewing gum dates back to at least 5,000 years. After chewing it, they stuck it at the bottom of their desk. Here's Mike Winters.
Joining us in studio this morning from friends of Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge, Don Weld back with us. Morning, Don.
Good morning, Mike. How you doing today?
Doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing wonderful.
Good deal. You all ready for Thanksgiving or?
Yeah.
Good deal.
You know, a big turkey dinner and all that kind of stuff, and a bunch of friends getting together.
Good deal. Are you a turkey lover or not so much?
No more than a good roast beef steak, you know.
You're like, I'll eat it on Thanksgiving, but I'm good after that.
Yeah.
I don't need it any other time.
I cook a lot of turkey for my dogs, actually.
Okay.
You know, so I get the ground turkey and mix it up with some pumpkin and stuff, and it's a supplement to their regular diet.
Oh,
so
nice. Okay.
They're well fed.
I think they're eating better than I am.
Yeah, they're spoiled.
I'm like, I had a Hot Pocket.
Yeah, there you go.
They got ground turkey and pumpkin mix going on.
There you go.
Well, good deal. Well, this sounds like you're ready for some fun.
Yeah.
Well, folks, if you are ready to maybe get away from some of that a little later this week, the Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge has an opportunity for you to to be honest, we say get away, but it could be a chance for you and your family to do something that's a little away from the hustle and bustle of all the football and turkey and Black Friday shopping and all the craziness that's going to be going on towards the end of this week.
Yep.
Cranes and Cocoa. This is it's an annual event that's been going on at the Bitter Lake. It took a little hiatus here because of the COVID.
Last year, yeah, we couldn't do it then.
But it's been an annual event in the fall here when it's around the time when the cranes migrate.
That's right.
And Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge is like a pilot Flying J.
There you go.
For the cranes.
Yeah.
And rest area.
It.
And they use it as a place where they rest for the night, they refuel, refeed, and, they get ready, and then as they're coming from the north to move south for the winter here, and I imagine vice versa in the spring or in the late winter here, they probably stop in as they're heading back north for the warmer months.
Some of them spend the whole winter here.
Gotcha.
But not all of them.
So this is their winter home. Others, it's like, now we're just here to visit, and then we're moving on to farther south.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the cousins and aunts and uncles, and they pass through. Say, oh, hey, how you doing? Okay, see you on the way back.
Nice.
Yeah.
But every year you guys have an event where folks are allowed to come out, sit out on the porches out there, enjoy a nice cup of cocoa, and watch the cranes come in.
Yep.
It's kind of, I always compare. It's like if you ever go and watch the bats when they leave out at the Carlsbad Caverns. It's nature. It's like that. Some days it's like everybody and their uncles going out hunting for the bats, and so it's really others. Some of the bats decide to sleep in or whatever, and the cranes are the same way. They're just like anything else. Some are punctual, and nope, we're it's like humans. No, we're on a schedule. We got to be at Bitter Lake by whatever time. And others are like, we stopped and ate on the way, and then we got there when we got there. And others, that's how it is. So we can't guarantee how many cranes or anything like that, but you can go out there, enjoy some cocoa, enjoy the just the beautiful nature out there at Bitter Lake, and it might be a little chilly, so you get a blanket and wrap up.
That's right. Bring your jackets,
and you kind of just watch nature and spend time sipping on your cocoa with your loved ones, maybe talking quietly, and just watching the birds come in and watching them do their thing. These cranes are beautiful. I mean, what's cool about it is they just look so different than the wildlife that resides here all the time.
Right.
It's like, ooh, these the cranes.
They're huge.
Yeah, these cranes aren't really native to this area. They come in and travel, and some like you said, they're Florida vacationers. They come hang out for the winter here, and then they go back. But come see it. Come be a part. That's just one slice of all the cool stuff.
That's right. We've actually had pelicans come in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, same idea.
I always think they're more coastal birds or something.
You would think so,
yeah.
but some of them come through this area headed for the Gulf and vice versa.
Okay.
They go up to areas around Salt Lake.
Okay. I wonder if like wind streams kind of blow them a little bit.
Could be.
Farther inland or something
Now, we get the sandhill cranes here.
Okay.
We had one year, we had a different crane. Oh, the name escapes me, but it's a bigger crane.
Okay.
And they're usually in Siberia and run down the Asian coast.
Wow, so they were in the wrong hemisphere.
They got blown over from Siberia into Alaska and got caught up with the sandhill cranes.
Oh, wow.
And actually came down and spent the winter in this area.
Got adopted by the group there, I guess.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Interesting.
And then went back. This was, 4 or 5 years ago that happened. But,
interesting.
So it can happen.
I wonder if that ever creates a little crossbreeding a little bit sometimes, where if you get one of these birds that kind of got away from their flock and end up in another, and starts creating maybe a hybrid species of these or something,
I don't know, but I'm sure. Well, now Jim Montgomery is going to be out there.
He's the expert.
He's our resident guru on the cranes.
So if you've got questions like that, you can ask him while you're sipping your cocoa and watching, because I'm sure if you're like me, you get about 10 of those throughout the course of the evening. You're just sitting there watching and be like, hey, why is he doing that? What's that's all about?
Now we're going to meet at the nature store.
Okay,
that's at about 3:00.
3:00.
We'll open up there. The nature store will be open for a limited number of people at a time.
Okay,
we can't, because of the
numbers and COVID.
We can't really see the whole nature store, but you can come in to the store. Portion, about half a dozen people at a time. And shop. This is a great place to get Christmas presents.
Nice, yeah.
So they're inexpensive.
Yeah.
I was going to say cheap, but that's not true, because none of that stuff is cheap, but it is inexpensive.
Cheap in cost, not cheap in experience.
There you go. Yeah, and nicety. There's some beautiful stuff there. That great Christmas presents.
Well, and what I love about places like that, it's because you get to get stuff that you generally can't find in stores.
That's right.
And a lot of it's going to be obviously related to what's going on out there at Bitter Lake. So if you're wanting to learn or like if you're having books about birds or certain plant life or species that call this area home, there's a lot of that kind of information there. T-shirts and things, like if you want collectibles and stuff. I'm a big T-shirt guy, so come out there and get a couple T-shirts for your friends and family, or if you want to, if they collect them, like I have certain family members that collect like shot glasses or magnets or things like that.
Right.
If you have that kind of stuff, you can get all that. But if you want more in-depth, educational, fun, cool stuff,
they're out there too.
Kids' toys and things. I'm sure they got a lot of those cool, educational toys and fun things that kids will love to play with, but at the same time get to learn a little bit more about nature and things like that. So.
And a lot of it is, we've got some stuff out there that's handmade, local people.
Oh, so unique
items
stuff.
That you're not going to find anywhere else.
Nice.
And you can't even go to Amazon and get some of this stuff.
Wow. So really unique. So
yeah.
So do it a twofold event. Come on out for Cranes and Cocoa on Saturday here,
and stop into the nature store.
Get there a little early, do a little shopping, and then get you a spot on the porch out there and enjoy the cranes and get you cocoa.
Yeah, what we do just about sunset.
Okay.
4:30, 5 o'clock or so. We'll caravan, we'll get in our cars, and we'll go out to the ponds on the south end.
Okay.
And that's where the cranes usually come in for the night. They'll fly in and land in, and we never know. We kind of have an idea, but we don't really have a well-defined area where they're going to land each night.
It's kind of whatever looks best to them as they're coming in. So
correct. Yeah.
But generally, that's their ballpark. They usually go in
that area, one of those ponds. And some nights or sometimes you can go out there and you can watch them come in by the thousands.
Wow.
And other times you get, 100 or so.
But what's like the season that they're doing? Because obviously they're not all doing this on Saturday night. This is something that goes on.
Oh, they're here.
During the
cranes
season
are here from about mid-October, first part of October to mid-October when they start coming in.
So they start rolling in here about 2-3 weeks ago, and they'll continue to run in for a couple more weeks.
In and out.
And then the ones that are going to be settling and finding their spots for the winter.
And along about March or so, March, April, usually March, they start hitting. They got a 2,000-mile trip.
Wow.
Because they go to the Arctic Circle to nest for the summer.
Wow.
So they got to take off from here around March or April to get up there in time to get a nest.
Wow.
Do their thing and raise that chick and then fly back.
And this might be some good questions to ask on Saturday, but you wondered I wonder if the younger cranes are the ones that make the full trek and some of the older ones stop in Roswell for the winter. I mean, I wonder if that's some of the evolutionary part. As they get older, they don't do the full trip. They kind of stop halfway. I'm wondering if
some of it's family.
Okay.
They stay pretty somewhat because especially the young ones. They will come with the parents. And if the parents go on, the chick will go on.
Gotcha.
And then the next year, the chick will start to do their own thing.
Okay.
But that first year, they're going to go where the parents go. If the parents stick out the winter here, they'll stay here. And so on.
And this is science is not my strength. Do cranes generally produce offspring their whole life, or do they? Is it
pretty
one
much
and done, or
pretty much? Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think there's a.
Or do they retire at some point saying, "Hey, I'm going to live out my ripe old age. I've had enough offspring."
No, I don't think they go through menopause.
Okay. I was just curious. I know they're like, "Hey, I'm done. I'm hanging out here. You keep going."
That would be a question for Jim.
Yeah. So on Saturday you can ask these questions.
Yeah, but, these are good questions that Jim. Jim will come up with some humorous answers. He's good.
Good deal.
So we enjoy it. Now, Jim is not resident to Roswell anymore.
Oh, he moved?
Yeah, he moved up to Santa Fe.
Okay. So he just comes down for occasions like this.
He comes down for this, and he comes down quite often for what we call the crane count or the bird counts.
Okay.
So, and I don't know, usually bird counts are on Wednesday mornings.
Okay.
They're out there at 4 o'clock in the morning counting bird in the dark, Just 1, 2, 3, 4. No.
Some guy going, I lost count.
No, I gotta start them over. Light them up. Yeah.
1. Hey, Bob, 2. Stop, I'm counting 3.
Yeah.
27. Stop, you messed me up.
Of course, they don't count that way.
No, yeah.
But, that would be fun.
But that's, it's a good reminder here that, this is that difference we talk about between basically bottomless lakes and Bitter Lake. It's Bottomless Lakes is a park for you to come and enjoy. And
Humans.
Things. Bitter Lake is a preserve. It's a wildlife preserve.
That's right.
It's for us to come and enjoy nature and things, but the goal number 1 is to preserve and study nature. And
Correct.
And so we get to come out and enjoy it at events like Cranes and Cocoa here, but at the end of the day, the main point of this park is to study, to preserve nature and wildlife. So these people are out here studying these migratory patterns of the cranes, and
right.
And based on these counts and information, they're saying, okay, the cranes are doing well, or they're struggling, or this is how we figure out: are they becoming endangered? Are they thriving? What's going on there? And that's what that refuge is all about. That, among 1,000 other things, it's
sure.
plant life and everything else, but that's the role of this refuge, and that's what and any preserve in the nation. The whole point is to keep it as close to its ecological, the way the good Lord intended it here,
right.
As possible, and for us to and so we as humans study it so we can strive to make the least impact to that as possible.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
That's why they call it a refuge.
Yeah.
It's a refuge for the wildlife.
Yeah. But I think we just need to understand that's the whole point of that place. So if you're like, why can't I go and swim and do all the things I do at Bottomless Lake? It's because it's a different park. It's for different things. They don't, we want to make sure that long after we're gone, the next generation can come and see the wildlife and plant life and experience the things that truly unique oasis that we have in the middle of the desert out here.
Yep.
And so that's what it is. It's just a different mission. So come out, enjoy it, come, and be good stewards of our land. That's the thing. When I'm an Eagle Scout, raised in Boy Scouts, and one thing we always talked about was, whenever we went camping or any kind of trip out into the wilderness or nature, is our rule is you always leave the place better than you found it.
Yep.
And that's what that reserve is. The refuge is all about is to preserve, and as we as visitors always need to make sure that we leave it better than we found it.
Yep. Pack it in, pack it out.
That's right. The only thing left behind is your memories, and nothing else.
That's right. The only thing you take away from is your memories.
Exactly. Yeah, I should have rephrased that better. Don't leave trash and stuff there. But
right.
But yeah, that's what it's for. And so come out to the Crane event. I think you're going to really dig it. I think it's going to be fun. You're going to get to experience things you never, and that's just it. Bring young folks, bring the families, bring out, because I think this is like we kids and everything get amazed by things you see on YouTube and all this stuff. I'm telling you, Mother Nature's got them all beat when you come to this stuff, and some of the most amazing things. And I don't care how many videos you've watched, it does not do it justice.
No, you got to see it in life.
It doesn't do it justice. And, and it kind of reminds me, over the weekend I was watching a commercial, and it was for one of these like Peloton or one of these ones where you ride a bike and ride anywhere, and they take you to these mountains and all this stuff. And I was like, well, that's a great idea. You live in the city and stuff. But I was thinking, or you just buy a real bike and go outside and ride it, and you experience all those things too.
That's even better.
Exactly. And guess what? That's Bitter Lake. You can go and watch all these videos about cranes and nature and be fascinated by it, or come out to Bitter Lake, see it, smell it, experience it.
And bring your bike.
And bring your bicycle. Yeah.
That's a good place to ride your bike.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
And it's a dirt road, so keep that in mind.
Sure.
But you can go all the way around. It's the whole drive.
Yeah,
is
so you got your mountain bikes or trail bikes. Those would be perfect for those.
Yeah.
Maybe leave your road 10 speeders.
I wouldn't.
Those thin tires might not be good.
Not out there, no.
But your trail bikes, they'll be perfect.
Yeah, trail bikes would be good, or mountain bikes, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And we're looking in the future, still keeping my fingers crossed, in putting a bike trail
from
Roswell out through Bitter Lake.
Oh, wow.
And possibly down across, if we can figure out how to get across that highway, over to Bottomless Lakes.
Cool.
And then maybe sometime in the future from Bottomless Lakes down to the Dexter area.
Oh, wow.
And then back up from there.
So make it a true bike
complete circle
trail, and you could start from your home wherever.
Yeah.
And ride out to Bottomless Lakes, Bitter Lakes, all these different locations.
That's right. Yeah, it'd be a heck of a ride.
Sure would.
It'd be a marathon ride.
But I think people that ride every day and stuff would probably really appreciate that kind of opportunity.
And it'd be a great idea, a great opportunity to get out in the wild.
Mm-hmm. And that's just it. If you've never been out to Bitter Lake, it's a different world.
It is.
Literally, figuratively, it's an oasis, and we see the brown, the desert, and everything. And then you go out there, and it's like, wow, there's this whole, there's water, there's wildlife, there's animals. It's just not dirt and sand and rocks. It's so much more.
No, that means something.
Yeah.
And our walkway is getting there. We're going to have a bird blind back. Now, we've had a bird blind in the past, but the trail that led up to the bird blind was dilapidated, falling apart. We had to shut it down for safety reasons.
Gotcha.
Well, now we're getting that trail rebuilt.
Okay.
A little bridge way to come across to get onto the trail. There'll be a parking spot on the east side as you're driving around.
Okay.
There'll be a little parking spot where you can enter and then walk out to this bird blind. Hopefully, they'll have that bird blind done January, February.
Okay, so ready for spring here.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just in time to start seeing the migratories.
Seeing the birds coming back.
Yeah, going north again.
Nice.
Another one of the birds. Now, the cranes, we love the cranes. That's the whole idea. But we also have Canada geese.
The Canadian geese come out, too.
Yeah. And
they're very pretty birds, too.
They are.
I've seen those.
They are. And they're big, too.
Yeah.
And we get a whole variety of
They're
ducks.
loud like the cranes, too.
They are. Boy, they start honking.
It's almost like, shut up.
Yeah. That's right.
But they are pretty. They're beautiful birds. That color patterns on those Canadian geese are really beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, good deal. So do you see them more in the spring or?
Well, they're there now.
Oh, they're there now too. So they kind of mixed in with the cranes.
Actually, I think the geese come in probably a week or two ahead of the cranes.
Okay.
And they leave about the same time, give or take. They around that March time.
Gotcha. Now, I want to remind folks, not that they may not have this opportunity, but it is a wildlife preserve. This isn't a zoo. This isn't a petting zoo. You don't go up and try to feed the geese or not. This isn't like ducks at the park. This is nothing like that. To be honest, your job is to sit and watch from afar. The less interaction with the wildlife, the better. Because the more, and I know we are humans and we learn to love and pet and touch and everything, but when it comes to wild, migratory, just wild animals in general, you can do more harm than good by getting more human interaction with them.
That's right. Stay back from them.
So
Please.
For the safety and the benefit of those animals, they don't want you up there petting them and touching them and trying to feed them because
that's not the purpose.
Yeah, and to be honest, you're actually you don't want to set a pattern where they think they're going to get fed by humans every time they see people. then they start getting domesticated, and it hurts their wild instincts. And,
that's right.
And it could pose a problem for them down the road. So best bet is sit on the porch or sit out out on the side there, drink your cocoa, and just enjoy the interaction.
Right. Yeah.
So so don't be thinking about bringing bread or anything new. Hey, let's go feed them. No, none of that stuff.
Don't do it.
This is not a trip to the zoo or a trip to the pond at the park there to feed the ducks.
And when you drive around there, please go slow, because we have turtles that try to cross the road. We have fox. We have raccoons. We have we had a little bobcat out there. I don't know if he's still around or not.
Okay.
But we had a bobcat out there. If you're speeding through that area and this animal jumps out off the edge trying to go someplace or chase a prey or just get from one side of the road to the other, you might hit them and, wipe out a whole species. You never know it.
Now, you don't have to wait for the turtle to cross the road. You could probably move, go around it or something, but you might be there a while. But, know.
Actually, they move pretty good when they're going across that road.
They don't mess around there, huh?
They know.
Speed up. Time to put my turtle jetpack on. We got to get across this street.
They can feel the vibrations.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they're probably 10 times smarter than we are. You know,
who knows?
Kind of.
At least in that situation,
they're in tune much more than we are to that stuff than we are. But please come out. If you've never been out, make Saturday your first time. Come on out. Go. Be a part of this thing. Obviously, Dragonfly Festival got put on hiatus this year because of COVID, but look for it back next year.
Correct.
That's usually that takes place around September time frame.
Yeah, the first Saturday after Labor Day.
Yes. Yeah, and that's probably arguably the biggest event that happens out in Bitter Lake as far as the public's concerned. But since we couldn't do that this year, make Cranes and Cocoa that big event for you.
There you go.
Come on out, sit out. Is there any cost involved or anything to participate?
None.
Just
in fact, the cookies and cocoa are free.
Good deal. Do they need to RSVP or just come on out?
Just come on out.
Just come on out. Now, like you said,
like the game show. Come on down.
So probably about 3-ish is about a good time to be down there.
Yeah, we'll start serving about 3.
Okay.
And along about, like I said, around 4:30, 4:45, something like that. We'll take a little caravan out to the pond.
It does get darker earlier now because of time change. And
by 5 o'clock, we're seeing sundown, and that's when the cranes are coming in.
That's the sweet time to be out
they've been feeding all day out in the fields around the area.
Very good.
And they'll come back to winter or to nighttime to take their little sleep on the night.
Good deal.
Out on the water.
Excellent. So
it's a safety place out on the water.
Gotcha. That's there. Well, and that's probably part of it too. These animals, these migratory animals, are pretty smart. Not only in terms that the refuge has basically all the amenities they need, but I think wild animals know exactly what areas are protected and what, you know what I mean?
They do.
Like, just for an instance, like in Ruidoso, where my parents, in-laws used to live, they used to, there'd be all kind of deer and elk just walking through neighborhoods, and you're like, they know they can't shoot nobody in these neighborhoods because they're not,
Cloudcroft, same thing.
Yeah. And so I got a feeling they know the refuge there and like, this is safe. They can't, you never have those issues. And so, I mean, I'm sure they don't look up rules before they go, but they just kind of instinctually know these are places where we don't get harassed. These are places where we got to be on the lookout. They learn that stuff just like you do and everyone else does. You do things and you tend to pick up patterns, and animals are big time. I don't across the board. Animals are creatures of habit when it comes to that kind of stuff. They are. Yeah. They just, I don't care what the species is or breed or any of that stuff. It's just, it's like that. Even your non-domesticated pets. I know we talk about dogs and cats, do that, but deer, bear, all those do the same.
They do.
They've got their patterns.
They very much do.
Habits and everything else. So. One other thing I'd like to mention real quick too is if you're interested in you want to get more involved, Friends of Bitter Lake is an organization that is made up of community volunteers, people that support the things that happen at Bitter Lake. Don's been a part of it for several years now.
About 5 or 6 now.
I'm sure you're always looking for more individuals that love to come out and be a part of this. If you love doing a little work, because some of the things they do is some of the service projects, like some of these trails and stuff we were talking about. Friends of Bitter Lake, a lot of them were volunteers that help and work.
Clean those up.
And clean those up. And obviously through the supervision of the conservationists and the experts and things like that. But they're the ones. And I would also say this, if you love that kind of nature and getting out and want to maybe even get to participate and see and do things at Bitter Lake that generally the public doesn't get to go to or be a part of, being a friend of Bitter Lake is kind of your golden ticket for some of that stuff. Because let's face it, there's parts of that refuge that the public doesn't get to go to because of the delicacy of the ecosystem there, and they just don't want the public there. However, people need to be out there to study it, to work on it. If there's projects and things, certain groups will go out there. And guess what? Friends of Bitter Lake, they're some of the groups that get to go.
You.
And so if you want to, and then there's perks too. The experts and stuff say if you're really into this, they're like, hey, let me take you to a part that we never get to see and see some of the that. So there is membership has its privileges. You get a little inside tracked on seeing some of the inner workings of that. Of Bitter Lake and everything. But if you'd love to be a friend, when you come out Saturday, ask about it. Or if you go to the website, Friends of Bitter Lake.
FriendsofBitterLake.org.
And you can, learn more about the events we're talking about here, but also learn more about the program, become a part of it if you'd like to volunteer to be a friend of Bitter Lake. And more of those folks are needed to help.
And we post our newsletter on the website.
Good deal.
So it's up there.
So you can kind of learn about it now. And so if you're looking for hey, I want to just get out there and work on the land and do that kind of, maybe you live in an apartment or something and you're like, I love gardening, I love landscaping, I love doing that type of work. Guess what? Bitter Lake has a bunch of projects for you can help work
next spring. We'll be opening up the butterfly trail again. It winters for now. We've turned off the water and all, but next spring we're going to have to come in, do some weeding, so we can open up and put down some more of the butterfly plants, so that the monarch can have the milkweed.
Gotcha.
So that the monarch will have a place to lay its eggs.
Gotcha.
We have seen an increase in butterflies out there.
That's good.
Monarchs, since we started doing.
Are the monarchs endangered on the endangered species? Gotcha. So that's a great thing to see.
So we need to keep that going, and that's a big thing nationally. They're trying to get more monarch gardens and ways for the monarchs to.
And I don't want to get into a whole expert thing, but is it just generally man? Developing, is that part of the reason why the numbers have gone down, or is it more
kind of like the bees?
Okay.
I think it's the same because the monarchs are pollinators as well.
Gotcha. Okay.
The milkweed they lay their eggs on.
Okay.
But the monarchs themselves go from flower to flower, and they do a lot of pollination.
Gotcha.
And they will pollinate agricultural products as well as the others. So
they serve the same role as a bee would in our ecosystem.
Right. Probably not to the same extent because the bees are so much better at it.
Sure. Well, I imagine they're probably, I don't know migratory plans of butterflies and bees, but I'm betting the bees are a little bit bigger than the butterflies as far as their territory.
Yeah.
That's what
and monarchs tend to traverse way up Canada. They'll go up to Canada and then they'll work their way back down to Mexico.
Okay.
Generations go different places.
And again, I'm not an expert in this, but I'm betting they're probably better in cooler weather than bees are. I'm guessing
to some extent.
Yeah.
When they go down to Mexico, they go up into the high mountains.
Where
and it actually gets pretty cold.
Yeah, it can up there.
So they've had cases where whole groups of monarchs have died from frostbite.
Wow.
In Mexico.
Wow.
So
you wouldn't have guessed that one.
Yeah. So but for the most part, they go down there for that reason to stay a little warmer. Anyway.
Interesting. So again, that's part of the and that's something too. We talk dragonflies and yeah, they're very much a part of the Bitter Lake, but butterflies are probably just as prominent and prevalent as the dragonflies.
Very much so. We're trying to increase that population.
That's great.
We have had butterfly releases out there in the past years.
As a matter of fact, in some of the past dragonfly festivals, there's been little release weekends for the kids got to participate in, and I imagine we'll have more of those in the future.
We will, if we can get all this stuff back on track and going where we like it to be.
Yeah,
we will definitely continue that.
Absolutely. Friendsofbitterlake.org, your best resource for everything we're talking about here. And again, don't miss the annual Cranes and Cocoa event. It's happening this Saturday out at Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge. About 3 p.m., everything's going to be getting underway. Get out there around 3. It doesn't cost you a dime. You don't need to RSVP. Bring the whole family. Bring a jacket. Bring something warm.
Bring your camera.
Bring your cameras and things. And if you're doing the go in the gift shop stuff, wear your mask and all that. It is a national.
It's still a protocol.
Yeah, and that's the mandates right now. Like hate whatever it is, but just please get it just to support the store and not we just want people to come and get their things. We're not trying to make statements or messages. Just want to.
No, it's just part of the protocol.
That's part of the rules, and that's what we got to do.
And it's a safety thing, and I don't wear my mask as often as I should, but I understand it, and I try to keep my mask available so that I can.
Now, if you're out in the nature out there walking around, do what you got to do. But if you're going in the gift shop or something like that,
if you're indoors,
just
definitely
to make everybody happy, just put your mask on and get your stuff. And then when you get back outside to watch the cranes,
take it off,
rip it right off. Is there a phone number that they can call if they don't do internet stuff? Is there a way?
Actually, they're trying to redo the phone system at the nature store.
Okay, so right now, really,
there's no phone call.
Okay.
Phone at the nature store.
Okay.
If you really need to know more information, you can call me.
Okay.
Or you can call Steve Alvarez.
Yes, I would say he's the park ranger out there, but that's not. I don't think he's a official title.
Well, it's a little more than park ranger.
Yeah, I think of him as the park ranger out there.
Yeah, he's the one that does our volunteer coordination.
Gotcha.
So if you need something from him, I'm looking up his phone number right now. If you need to talk to him about being a volunteer,
okay.
You can do that.
Okay, and of course you can ask him on Saturday when they're out there too.
Yeah, he will be there Saturday, and you can reach him at. Come on, phone. There we go. 575-914-3332.
All right, so 3 3s and a 2.
All right. Now you can also call me. I used to be the president of the Friends, but I stepped down. I figured
Your term is done, huh?
Yeah, I figured I did my time. Who knows what's going to happen in the future? But right now, I've decided to back off and devote myself to many other projects.
Don is a man of many busy. He's very, very involved in our American Legion, Friends of Bitter Lake.
The zoo,
Alzheimer's Association,
Veterans Transport.
Yeah, he's a man. He's probably busier not retired than he was when he was working.
You got it. I had to retire and get new tires because I'm driving these at nothing. But so yeah, that's good. But if you need to, you can call me.
Okay.
575-495. 3325.
Very good.
We seem to like the threes.
The threes there.
Yeah.
And you got to follow it with a 2.
Yeah. And if I don't happen to answer, please leave me a message.
And Don will get back with you.
I will.
Yep.
Yes. Especially if it's about one of these projects that I'm involved with.
Absolutely.
Legion or zoo or Bitter Lake or Alzheimer's we need drivers at the Veterans Transport.
So if some folks have some time, would like to drive, reach out.
Yep.
Good deal.
Yeah, if you've got, maybe you're working just 4 or 5 days a week or over the weekend or something. The drivers, we drive from Monday through Thursday.
Okay.
And we go, mostly it's to Artesia, but we do go up to Albuquerque, occasionally to Alamogordos, El Paso, or some of these other places. We even drove to Amarillo one time.
Oh, wow. I guess depending on what the procedure or whatever's needed.
Whatever the vet needs.
Gotcha.
So we drive veterans all these different places. So keep that in mind.
Yeah. It's a great way to support the community and help out. And it's actually pretty fun. You get to chit-chat with some of these vets and learn some stories and hear some stuff, too.
And I can give you a phone number for that one, too. If you'd like to drive and like to help out veterans, and that's what it is. 575-622-0729. And you can contact that Monday through Thursday from about 9 to 3.
Perfect.
Talk to Alice.
Yeah, we need to get those guys in and talk a little bit more about that too. The Veterans Transport.
Get Marcos. He's gonna hate me because I keep forgetting his name.
You'll remember about 8:15 or 9:15.
Yeah, there you go. Give me an hour or so, I'll remember it. Oh, whooping crane. That was that crane that came down with the others.
Oh yeah, you don't see them very often.
No, you don't. And he apparently they figure he got blown away across from Siberia over to.
He got a whooping cough and so.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. It was just the 1 year. He just wound up and then flew back, and that was it. Never saw him again.
Yeah, maybe he just wanted a vacation side trip.
Yeah, he says, "I'll go see my cousins.
I'm going to see the coast, see your little inland a little bit.
There you go.
It's out there." Well, thank you, Don. As always, appreciate you. And
thank you.
We'll see you. Have a happy Thanksgiving if I don't see you between now and then too.
Yes, you too.
Awesome.
And enjoy.
And come on out Saturday, folks. Come on out.
Come out and see us.
About 3 o'clock, everything's getting underway out at Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge.
Looking forward to it. Have your cookies and cocoa and watch the cranes.
Absolutely.
And the geese.
And if there's just one, it's a goose.
Yeah, that's right.
Thanks, Don.
Yeah, that's right.
Thanks, Don.
Roswell Skin Center, a brand new state-of-the-art facility located in the 400 Penn Plaza building here in Roswell, is now accepting new patients. Dr. Brandon Cometti and his team offer a full range of skin care services, including general dermatology, surgical and cosmetic procedures, including cutting-edge laser rejuvenation, Botox, filler, laser hair removal, chemical peels, and other non-invasive options to improve skin health and turn back the hands of time. Call and schedule your appointment at Roswell Skin Center today, 208-2509. That's 208-2509.
Talk radio has landed on the all-new 106.5 FM KEND Roswell.
From townhall.com, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Biden has decided to tap into the nation's strategic petroleum reserve to help bring down energy prices. Here's White House correspondent Greg Cluxton.
The president is ordering the release of 50 million barrels of oil from the country's emergency stockpile. It's a move being coordinated with other countries aimed at global energy markets. With AAA reporting gas prices at about $3.40 a gallon, the White House is hoping that using the oil reserve is the right tool to help ease the supply problem. The announcement also comes as Republican lawmakers have criticized the Biden administration for inflation reaching a 31-year high. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Target says it will no longer open its stores on Thanksgiving Day. That is continuing a policy that only began during the pandemic. Retail analyst Alan Adamson says it may be a sign of changing times.
Sort of the norm is to start paying more attention to your team and your workers, because a big part of the retail experiences is how you're treated inside. And if your employees are happy, you're going to have a better retail experience.
Last night in Waukesha, Wisconsin, a vigil for those killed when an SUV driver plowed through a Christmas parade on Sunday. Among those speaking, Police Chief Dan Thompson.
Now is the time to grieve and mourn. I want to personally thank you all for being here. Unity and community is showing love to one another, which is a starting point to healing.
And police are now preparing 5 charges of intentional homicide against the driver in the case, 39-year-old Darrell Brooks Jr. of Milwaukee. The trial of 3 white men charged with killing Ahmaud Arbery could soon be in the hands of the jury. Prosecutors are seeking murder convictions in the death of the 25-year-old black man on day 2 of their closing arguments, expected to conclude today. On Wall Street, the Dow's up 75 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Why are cash-out refinances such a big deal right now? Uncle Ryan tries to teach me something.
I really feel like right now might be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I've been doing this for 18 years now, and I've just never seen a market where the rates are so low and values across the country have skyrocketed as much as they have. That combination, I remember one couple in particular, they were looking to do some home improvements at the house, but they were worried about their payments going up. Well, with rates being so low and them building up so much equity in the home over the last few years, we were able to get them the cash out for those home improvements, and their payments actually went down a little bit. Every single situation is different, but it does happen more often than you think. So it definitely does not hurt to call.
We are United Faith Mortgage.
United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp. 25 Middle Park Road, Melville, New York. Licensed mortgage banker. For all licensing information, go to nmlsconsumeraccess.org. Corporate NMLS number 1330. Equal housing lender. Licensed in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, Massachusetts, North Dakota, South Dakota, or Utah.
The head of the United Nations Atomic Watchdog meets with Iranian officials to press for greater sites access on the eve of diplomatic talks restarting over the nuclear deal with Tehran. Here's correspondent Charles de Ledesma with an update.
Rafael Mariano Grossi yet again faces tightrope-style talks with Iran as his inspectors remain unable to access surveillance footage and face greater challenges in trying to monitor Tehran's rapidly growing uranium stockpile. Iran now enriches small amounts of uranium up to 60% purity, its highest ever.
That is Charles de Ledesma. Italy's antitrust watchdog has fined Apple and Amazon more than 200 million euros for cooperating to restrict competition in the sale of Apple and Beats branded products. The competition authority there says its investigation found that tech giants agreed to limit access to Italy's Amazon marketplace to selected resellers. Breaking news at townhall.com. Gambians are mourning the death of one of that country's best-known journalists.
Nderi Mbai helped expose the frequent killings, disappearances and torture in the Gambia. The former President Yahya Jammeh put the journalist high on his long list of enemies. 2 decades ago, when newspaper offices were being set ablaze and reporters locked up, Mr. Mbai moved to the United States and launched his online Freedom newspaper. Because Mr. Mbai did so much to expose atrocities in the Gambia, people referred to him as the voice of the country's first Truth Commission.
That's the BBC's Will Ross reporting. Thanksgiving is going to cost a little more. For many families, it's not been spared from the recent price hikes you've seen on so many other products. The American Farm Bureau estimates a Thanksgiving feast for 10, complete with sweet potatoes, rolls, a vegetable tray, and a pie with whipped cream, will be $53.31 this year, up 14% from last year. More of these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The Travelician, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2
of the Deuce.
Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Tuesday.
Yes, indeed.
Welcome to it. I hope you're having a good one. It's a holiday week.
Second day of the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Second day away from Thanksgiving.
Yep, got turkey on the brain and foosball and all that good stuff.
Must be pies on the brain.
Oh, and thankfulness, too.
Yeah, that
too.
You should put that in.
So, I got to ask, I know we've been talking Thanksgiving and your sides and all that. The single food item you're looking most forward to eating tomorrow, or Thursday is?
If I'm being completely honest, probably green bean casserole.
Your favorite?
It's up there.
Right.
Green bean casserole is right up there with mashed potatoes, and I would say cranberry sauce my top 3.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's turkey mashed potatoes. Those are my go-tos.
Stuffing is just wet bread. I've said that for years. It's just moist bread with some spices. Sure.
I'm not a big fan of stuffing / dressing.
I was going to ask, are you a stuffing man or a dressing man?
Both.
Because stuffing is kind of dangerous.
Well, I don't buy that because my mother stuffed the bird every year growing up, and so I did it my entire youth growing up. I had stuffing stuffed, and here I sit just fine. If you cook it, it's everyone says it's dangerous. It's dangerous if you don't know how to cook.
Sure.
That's like saying, well, if you don't cook the pork all the way, it's going to kill you. Well, cook the pork all the way.
Sean Small, good to meet you.
So when they say, if you don't, because your genius self doesn't cook it right, then if that's too complicated, then you don't do that. But it's only dangerous if you let dangerous people do that.
But I argue that the idea of stuffing is from such a bygone era that it really should be, because there's nothing you can't do with like turkey flavoring, turkey stock that can make stuffing taste like turkey more than stuffing it in the bird. I would say if you put the two side by side, besides the consistency and maybe the wetness, there's really not going to be a whole lot of flavor difference that you're going to get from the natural turkey drippings versus the turkey stuffing, like turkey flavored stuffing.
Let me share you the reason why it's done that way.
Okay.
How many items of food are you eating on Thanksgiving that require the oven to cook it?
A few.
Your turkey, yes. Therefore, you can now cook your dressing and your turkey at the exact same time,
Mike,
and not have to worry about it.
I hate to be the one to tell this to bear this news to you.
Yeah.
It's called stovetop.
That's not real stuffing.
You can do it on the stovetop.
That's not real stuffing. That's not real stuffing.
Just saying, it's on the box. Stove top.
The reason it's in the bird is because not everyone has 6 stoves to throw things in.
No, but most people are having guests come over. Have somebody else bring the stuffing. All right.
Your stovetop reference, I can't even repeat on the radio. What they thought of your stovetop reference.
Fair enough. Look, I make no qualms with the fact that I am garbage, okay? I'm garbage. I'm garbage as a human being. I'm not saying anybody should live the way I live. I'm just saying it works for me.
But that being said, since I've been married, my wife and their family, they do cornbread dressing.
Dude, I do
it
like
never goes in the, and it tastes great. It tastes better. The cornbread dressing tastes better to me than your breadcrumb stuffing.
Right.
Either way, I'm not a fan.
Either way,
a huge fan of either.
I'd kick it straight off the plate if I had my druthers. I'm not a
big fan
stuffing person.
And the only way I can eat the stuffing is if you smother it in the gravy.
Smother it in gravy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not a big fan.
You know what?
Other people are, but I'm not that
Leave
big.
the boat. I'm going to need the boat.
I will eat it, but it's not something I choose.
I like to use gravy like au jus.
Like if I get everything on my plate, I'm like, oh, there's no more room for stuffing. That's a bummer. And then I just move on about my day.
No, I don't even take the time to say that's a bummer. I'm like, welp, guess I'll just make more room for my second helping of cranberry sauce.
My most underrated thing is sweet potatoes.
And
the reason why is because, to be honest, I never crave them. But once I eat them, I'm like, oh, dang, I want some more of these. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that I never say, oh, I can't wait for sweet potatoes, but I throw a thing on my plate and I start eating and I'm like, dang, I want some more of those.
That legitimately stopped me in my tracks because before that I was going to say I would be completely happy if all I had was a can of cranberry sauce for Thanksgiving. But sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
You make a good argument.
Yeah. Yeah. Some without marshmallows.
Yeah. You know what? Either way, I'm good.
Fine either way.
Now, I will say, I'm not a huge fan of people that put nuts on. I like nuts in general, but people who put nuts on their candied yams or whatever.
I don't worry about that in my household. My wife eats no form of nut. So
now, and this is kind of regional, but back home Thanksgivings almost always includes some form of ambrosia.
That's the
fruit salad,
Jello
fruit salad with like coconuts, usually pecans and like Jello mixed in.
Usually an orange or green color.
Absolutely one of my favorite desserts. I love a good ambrosia salad.
To be honest, I've had a pistachio version of that was pretty good.
The pistachio is real good.
Yeah.
It's
green
cherry or orange. I will say this, I'm not a huge fan of people that put the mandarin oranges in the ambrosia salad. It just it doesn't work well. But those are kind of a bursty fruit. It doesn't work as well with other stuff. I don't know.
I think oranges work better in Asian style salads.
I would agree. But yeah, but granted, everybody makes their ambrosia a little bit different or not at all. But that's
Watergate salad is the pistachio version, according to
Waterhead salad?
Watergate salad.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I misheard that entirely. I was like, wait a second. That seems highly offensive.
Watergate. Gate, not head.
So your mom have a drinking problem when she's pregnant with you? Boy, have I got a salad for you.
That to be honest, that is one of my favorite terms to call people when I'm upset. It just flows out so swell.
It really does
when
work.
you're like, what kind of waterhead did this?
It does work.
It feels so right.
You know what feels almost as good?
Yeah.
Is the Robin Wright, right as you're walking out of the room, just going, test tube, baby!
Yeah. Robin Harris.
Robin Wright. Robin Wright. Wait a second.
Test tube, baby.
Sean Penn's wife? She didn't say that.
That was one of the wives, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like 2 wives ago.
One in the stable there. Watergate salad.
Watergate salad.
Just to be clear.
Ha. Is the one with what now? I'm sorry, I missed it completely.
The one with the green nuts.
There it is.
With pistachio.
There it is. Okay.
Oh, man.
Seems like a highly specific salad.
For me, it's turkey because I rarely get to eat turkey like off the bird because every other time you have turkey, it's usually lunch meat form or
You know what my dad loved every year, and he would specifically tell my, and I've looked this up several times. I think it's the neck, but it's called the Pope's nose. He would always ask specifically for the Pope's nose. It just stood out in my head because I'm like, what the hell is that?
I guess
But
it's the chicken.
I
the
think
turkey
it's
neck.
I think it's like the top of the neck is what I've gathered. But yeah, I'm sure it's Andrea checking in with an update.
No, same one.
Okay.
Just a reboot.
Yeah. I was gonna say we just need to get her a third mic. Just take it with her wherever she goes. Andrea, what do you think? Checking in. But yeah, no, it's I'm pretty sure it's like the top of the neck. It's like a super fatty part. But he would always like specifically ask my mom.
It comes
for
in that
every
bag,
year.
right? Like
Yeah.
when you get the bag. By the way,
take the bag out
pull
before
the
you start
bag out
cooking.
when you start cooking. That's a pro tip.
Not the best flavor combination.
If this is your first year cooking a turkey, before you put it in the oven, stick your hand in that hole and dig around. You feel in there, you're going to feel a bag, and it's got the gizzards and the neck and whatnot. Pull that out.
Speaking of, do you know this is the 70th anniversary for the Butterball Helpline?
Really?
Yeah. So it's still out there, folks, if you need help. I'm not sure what the number is, but I think it's on the side of the pack. I'm sure you can Google it.
I'm sure it's like
Probably 1-800-Butterball.
or something.
B-U-T-T-E. No, it's like Butterball.
Well, maybe just keep going.
Or Booterball. Just Booterball.
Now it makes me wonder, like 70 years ago, like, was it old school, like people with the string still, and they're going, like 20 ladies going, Butterball hotline, hold, please hold.
You know what? You're not
the thing,
You're not far off, dude. I've seen like footage of like back in the day they had switchboard operators.
Now it's probably automated, but back then it probably, they had like
it's
a bunch of
it's still like turkey experts or like moms, and like they 2 or 3 months ago they like went through a whole thing online where they were like looking for people to work the Butterball hotline.
I just get an image of like the 50s with women in beehive hairdos with little things, and they keep pulling slots out, putting them in on the wall.
Because you know what it is? It's probably
hotline,
they probably are like, okay, well, what we'll do is we'll wire the calls to your phone on Thanksgiving. So there's going to be women there on like Thanksgiving Day. They're just like having a heated argument with their family, like some kind of racist argument. They're like, hold on, Butterball helpline, and they have to stop what they're doing just to tell somebody to take the plastic bag out of the friggin' turkey.
She's on her way, by the way. Yeah. Do they still have the little popper thing on it?
You know what? Some do.
Yeah.
That's a real old. I don't think a lot of them do. A lot of them have the indicator.
Yeah.
They will like.
Is that a Butterball like patented trademark thing?
And that's specifically, I always wanted those turkeys because we never had the pop-up timer turkey.
Yeah.
I've
never had one either.
The only time I ever saw it referenced was the movie Money Pit.
It is a Butterball thing.
Is it?
Pop-up deal.
Yeah, that's the only time I ever saw it referenced was the movie Money Pit.
Yeah.
Was the flying turkey scene. Bing! Yeah.
By the way, pound for pound, great, fun movie.
Absolutely.
Hey, if you're looking for a fun movie to watch over the weekend with the kids and everything,
dude,
the 80s movie, the Money Pit, with Tom Hanks and Shelley Long.
Watch a man slowly but surely slip off the edge of insanity.
Yeah, that's Tom Hanks like Splash Days.
Oh my gosh, dude!
It's the the Burbs back in those 80s when he's doing
a
those
little
comedies.
bit after Splash. I would say it was like 87, 88.
It was around Burbs, more Burbs time, maybe a little before Burbs.
If you're too young to ever seen that movie, there's the clip of Tom Hanks laughing is like arguably one of the most famous, like iconic, scenes in cinema.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was a time where Tom Hanks did didn't he do that bachelor party movie around that time?
Yeah.
That was early too.
Although recently he was asked, this was in an interview like over the weekend, what his favorite movie like filming experience was. League of Their Own.
Okay, with Penny Marshall.
Yeah, he said just because I got to basically play baseball all summer.
And he got to gain copious amounts of weight because he gained like 40 pounds for that role.
Yeah.
Because he had to kind of look slovenly and everything else.
You had to look like you were from the 50s. Everybody was like on a diet. Well, what do I look like, a Mary? Of course I want cigarettes on my meatloaf.
He was playing a drunk. That's
right.
It.
Oh, okay. So check this out. And this is something you'll never be able to unsee. Tom Hanks has a very specific, like, I don't know if it's a fetish, but in like several of his movies, he will work in a scene in which he is urinating and he makes the same face every time. It's that... I swear, A League of Their Own, Forrest Gump. It's like in 4 of his movies, he does the same pee take.
I can think of another one you didn't mention. The Green Mile.
Right, exactly. And he does the same look. Watch, go back and look. You can't unsee it. I'm telling you.
Okay, what about
it blows my mind when I noticed that. I'm like, it's the same pee take.
I'm going to go rewatch that News of the World that's out now on HBO or whatever and see if he does it in that one.
Probably does it in that one too.
What about the Mr. Rogers
movie? It's almost like his Carol Burnett tugging of the ear. I wonder who he's saying hi to when he does that.
Ironically, doesn't do it in Splash.
Fair point. Or Money Pit.
It is 8:19. Amy McVeigh-Tejas with the Historical Society going to join us here in just a little bit, talking about December 4th, the Christmas Historic Book Fair, their silent auction, all that good stuff. So we'll be talking about that here in just a bit. Later on, we'll get you up to date with the news of the local variety, along with your town hall business update and whatever else we can come up with for the rest of this hour of the show. Before we do any of that, though, let's get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks pretty good today. We'll be in the low to mid 70s and plenty of sunshine. Overnight, a few clouds drifting through with our low in the mid 40s as a cold front arrives. We'll be a little bit cooler tomorrow. Our afternoon high in the upper 60s and low 70s. Then Thanksgiving Day, a mix of sunshine and clouds, isolated showers, and cooler with our high in the mid 50s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently, 38 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 46%, with winds currently out of the north at 6 miles per hour. Nice today, 72 and partly cloudy, with northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy. Overnight low of 44 degrees, with southwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Wednesday, mostly cloudy. Highs near 70, 69 officially. Winds will be out of the west. 5 to 10 miles per hour in the morning, 10 to 15 tomorrow afternoon. Wednesday night, tomorrow night, we are looking at a 30% chance at some rain showers, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 38 with north winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Cooler for your Thanksgiving Day, mostly sunny, highs only in the mid-50s, 54 officially with north winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday night, mostly clear, overnight low of 27. Yeah, going to be chilly overnight there, getting up early for Black Friday. But for the day on Friday, sunny skies, highs back into the low 60s, 62 for a high on Black Friday. And then looking at your weekend, Friday night, looking at an overnight low of 33 under partly cloudy skies. Mostly sunny, 68 for Saturday. Mostly sunny, 63 for Sunday. And starting when you head back to work and everything next Monday, upper 60s there to start the work week. All right, it is 21 minutes after 8 o'clock. We're going to take a commercial break here. Amy McVeigh-Tejas with the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico will join us in just a few. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
It's that time of year when your home is filled with friends and family. The perfect time for new furniture from Glenn's. Reinvent your living room with stylish power reclining furniture. Make room for the whole family with a big, beautiful dining table. Surprise your out-of-town visitors with new bedroom furniture. Glenn's has quality furniture you'll be proud of for years, and they'll deliver it for free. So hurry to Glenn's Furniture at the corner of Union and Alameda in Roswell. Glenn's, making the season bright and beautiful since 1953.
Make it a November to remember at Roswell Honda. They've knocked the absolute stuffing out of the prices across the lot, so you'll save a gravy boatload. Like a 2015 Nissan Rogue for just $209 a month, a 2012 Civic for just $164 a month, or a 2012 Dodge Caravan for just $109 a month. Get a free turkey and a 12-pack of Pepsi just for stopping by, a pumpkin pie with a qualified test drive, and a $25 Albertsons gift card with a purchase. And register to win a $400 Visa shopping spree. November to remember, on now at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
A good night's sleep is so important. Did you know that proper sleep supports a healthy heart, decreases chances of weight gain, and boosts a positive mood? Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher with Carabelli Dental. It doesn't matter your age, sleeping issues can make any of us reach for that all-day cup of coffee. If you know you are not sleeping because of severe snoring or sleep apnea, come visit us. We can make you a small oral appliance that will help you sleep better and live better.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main in Roswell, or call 622-4455.
Over the next several weeks, we want to give you 5 key elements to a great marriage. This is taken from an article by Drs. Les and Leslie Perot. Hi, this is Pastor Troy and Julie Smotherman for The Joy of Marriage. The first one is ownership, taking responsibility for the good as well as the bad.
1 Corinthians 11:31 says, judge yourself so you won't be judged. It's talking about the judgment of God, but it also applies to our relationships, especially the ones that are closest to us, like marriage. If you'll just take responsibility for your own actions, it's so much easier for our spouses not to have to point out and criticize us.
So we have to take responsibility for our actions and our reactions, our attitudes and our mistakes. You know, most people would learn from their mistakes if they weren't so busy denying them.
You aren't responsible for what your spouse does. You are responsible for doing your part. So just Decide today to do your part and take ownership.
The City of Roswell invites you to gear up for fun at the annual Reindeer Run, Saturday, December 18th, beginning at the Roswell Adult Center. It's a 5K or 2-mile fun run with proceeds to benefit the Roswell Adult Center. The run might be chilly, but the race will be hot. Are you light on your toes like a reindeer? Get ready to find out. Sign up today and get more info at roswellconnect.com. Reindeer Run 2021, Saturday, December 18th, 9 a.m. at the Roswell Adult Center, 807 North Missouri. See you there.
Roll into winter at Big O Tires Black Friday sale. Shop jaw-dropping deals on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more from November 15th through the 29th. These deals are so big, we couldn't fit them into just one day or even an entire weekend. Buy 3 select in-stock Mesa tires at your neighborhood Big O Tires and get one free when you pay installation. That's right, buy 3 select Mesa brand tires and we'll give you 1 tire absolutely free when you pay installation. But hurry in, this deal won't last forever. Start your holiday shopping early at your local Big O and get your car winter ready. November 15th through the 29th. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation charges extra. Required on all 4 tires. Not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees extra and up to 10% shop fee based on non-discounted regular retail price not to exceed $35 where permitted. See store for details.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Bamboo plants can grow up to 36 inches in a day. So if you're told you're growing like a weed, you can say, "No, I'm growing like a bamboo." Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 26 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico, Amy McVeigh is back with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. We're we're of course Thanksgiving's here in a couple days. Everyone's got in holiday mode. Kind of today's. I'm thinking the last really productive day of the week is really today. Some people will work a little tomorrow, but most will be in full-on Thanksgiving mode by then.
Mike, you know I'll be there.
Yeah, I will be.
If anybody wants
I'll be here tomorrow, but about midday, it'll
You're
be.
out?
Yeah, it's going to be all.
You're gonna work
thinking
up
about
for that big meal and get yourself home. That's awesome.
I got to get a shot tomorrow afternoon, but after I get the shot, then I'm
You're good. You're good. It's all good. It's all good. Well, we're rocking and rolling. Well, I was thinking about it after the commercial. Hey, shout out to everybody that supported the Historical Society booth at Holiday Magic. John LeMay was out there. Donna Blake Burchell.
Yeah.
We did great out there. And high five to Holiday Magic. That's a great legacy, and all the others. But we really appreciate Holiday Magic has been good to the Historical Society. We consider them our friends and our family, and they're very historical. I mean, my mom helped start Holiday Magic.
I'm about to say it's as historical as the society.
Fun, and we appreciate them. So high five.
Absolutely. Yeah. And another great thing about them is, when you pay your entry fee, your $5, all of that goes to local charities.
Yes.
Most of it's youth related, like different high school youth groups and
they're so good.
First Tee program.
They're good.
Yeah.
They're good. So shout out, ladies. Thank you. And we wish the best for the others coming up. But I just happened to think about
Absolutely.
that. Thank you.
And hopefully folks got to, because when John was here last week talking about the Holiday Magic, we're like, hey, Donna and John are going to be sitting there at the booth. If you ever had a chance to sit down and pick the brains of probably the most researched historical folks for this region right now, you got them right there at your beck and call.
And you and John were having fun here while I was stirring up a frenzy frantically. There was hair everywhere, ribbon everywhere. We were setting that up out there, but I hope John's up and listening. John, if you're listening, I'm sorry, but I have to say it. Donna was our moneymaker.
Oh.
Donna was the moneymaker. I'm telling you, they were calling saying, we need more books. And ironically, we got more books, and I was delivering them out there. You know, the cool thing about them, and they work so well together, I say that they're a dynamic duo.
Mm-hmm.
Many locals have supported the John LeMay books, and that legacy continues right in with him and her working together, and then her own. So those individuals that have said, oh, I've purchased all the John LeMay books, you need to look into Donna Blake Burchell. And I think she'll be coming for what we're talking about, too.
On the 4th here?
I'm pretty sure. So we'll double check with that. But I'm real excited.
Yeah.
I can't believe.
Well, hopefully, she's the author, probably her biggest or most noted or publicly aware book is her Wicked Women book, Wicked Women.
It's I think it's one of the least expensive too, which that's awesome.
But because I think a lot of people because we always hear the stories of outlaws and cowboys and the legends of your Billy the Kids and Wild Bill Hickok and all that, but you don't hear the women. And
that's good stuff.
I ain't gonna lie, there's some shady, nasty women that were probably
you better believe
there's
it.
probably some men that couldn't hold a candle to their nastiness of some of these women.
I tell you what, don't mess with a woman. And just locked and loaded and
and she kind of chronicled some of the ones that called Southeast New Mexico home, and it's really cool to hear these stories and learn about them.
The sweetest, low key, so it's funny, but she's written about wine and forts and haunted hotels.
Yeah, she does a lot of the haunted stuff too.
That's a good one too. But she's got so many books, and then her newest one is on mission churches, and that's a great one. And then the gyms. So if you are not familiar with Donna Blake Burchell, please look in, and I know that she's coming.
And correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I believe you know how like John is involved in writing a lot of like when you pick up the book that talks about Roswell and all that. Right. Donna is the author or did the same thing for the Carlsbad, Eddy County, all those books. Like if you can get the ones about Chaves County, Roswell, the ones that John was involved with. Right. Donna did the same thing for the Eddy County, Lee County, I think, and Carlsbad and all that too.
And she works with we're the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico. She's Southeast New Mexico Historical Society. So, and again, we're all one big family. And she writes well. If you want to be a member of the Historical Society, a lot of the times she's an amazing writer and always submits for our newsletter. So that's another way to get articles you wouldn't see anywhere else.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just a little bit of incentive. But I'm ready. I'm excited to talk about December 4th, Historic Book Fair, Christmas. I cannot positively cannot believe it's going to be here. And I saw you pull out that flyer. Please, ladies and gentlemen, collect your change. Keep your change coming. I know we've surpassed $1,000. We're running that total, made more. Donna, of course, Donna drives all the way from Carlsbad, goes back, drives all the way back. What she do, she brings $100 in change. Just cast it in. So collect that change, but put on the calendar December 4th. We're really excited about the 4th.
Yeah. It's really kind of a couple-fold event here because, I mean, it's the main part is the historic book fair part where when John and I were explaining it last week, for those who missed it, this is a couple times a year, the historical site, as needed, basically. Usually around the holidays is when they happen, but as needed. We thanks to the generosity of the community, they donate items for the archives facility. You know, relics to letters to clothing. Books are a very popular item. Old, rare, out-of-print, collectible books. We get a pretty good collection of them at the Historical Society. But we get multiple copies of them from time to time. So there's certain books that, hey, we may have 4 copies, which is great that we are lucky enough to have 4 copies. But in all fairness, the Historical Society does not need 4 copies.
That's right.
We need one good one. And so they'll take the best out of the 4 or put them together to make the best one out of the 4. But with those other 3, that leaves them available to go back and sell them. So we turn around and sell them back to the public. And then, of course, that money raised goes back to the archives and all the programming and things do at the Historical Society. So we're not just selling away the farm. Don't worry about that.
Right.
We're keeping the good ones for ourselves. But this is a chance. And let me, all the books are going to be readable, copy worthy, just because if it looks like it's half the books missing, that's not going to be there.
No,
but like if it might have a creased dust jacket compared to the one that doesn't.
And some of those books are more for presentational, if you will.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap some up. And John had a great idea for home decor and stuff like that.
Yeah, John was telling us last week.
We're going to do that.
So if you're in it to look for reading or collecting, they got those books, but if you're looking for books that really aren't of value but look old and
good looking,
then they got a bunch of those where you could buy for like $1 a piece.
And we're going to have John's not even aware. I got some fun donations that I know John's on board. We're going to have some neat Christmas mystery bags.
Yeah.
And it's not just going to have books in there. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I know it's a book fair. It's also a Christmas book fair. So I just got some donations that I think will be really cool in the goodie bags. So I'm telling you right now, if you get those mystery bags while they last, they're going to be more valuable than you imagine, and there may be a little Christmas something.
Yeah, that's a fun way to support the Historical Society.
Fun.
Maybe you're not a book collector and you're like, well, I don't know anything about rare books, or I don't know which ones are valuable or which ones are not, but I I like to come out and see some of this stuff. Come on out, buy a mystery bag. $5. You're going to get more value than the $5 you paid.
That's right.
And you get some cool stuff that may start a collection, or maybe I don't know. Maybe you just bought a gift to give somebody.
I'm
for
just
Christmas.
gonna put this out there. If you make a purchase, there could be biscuit Cheetos involved.
All right, you don't
I'm
have
just
to give
saying.
those away. You can eat them for yourself. Rarely do those make it to
So
someone
if
else.
you go to the Historical Society, support the Historical Society, bring your change. Bring your perishables. We'll get those to the community kitchen. All in on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then bring your loose change, and there will be some cool mystery bags.
Yeah.
But we are working very hard to get our silent auction going.
Yes.
Reminding everybody, we know the holidays are coming. We know Christmas is right around the corner. Saturday, support local. Please, ladies and gentlemen, I know that it's so easy to let your fingers do the shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Please support local this weekend. Please support local.
Well, here's
eat
a point
local.
I'd like to make.
Do that.
Here's a point I'd like to make here when you shop local. And I know we've talked numbers like 75 cents of every dollar and all that
Right.
too. But let me look at the world we live in right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the best way to guarantee that you get the items you want under your tree in time for Christmas.
That's true.
And I would even argue that you're probably going to get it cheaper in the long run, because by the time you pay for shipping and handling, because all that's going up,
right?
Not to mention the cost of doing business, in the COVID world right now, the less stressful, more secure way is to literally walk into the store, pick it up off the shelf, and buy it. That's
for
really, this is the year where it might pay to be a shopper and not an online,
That's right.
digger.
That's right.
That's what we're.
So this Saturday, I can't tell you the time, but if you go to our website, roswellmhistory.org, it will be live. We're working with the webmaster.
Okay.
We are going to have at least, just got a couple of donations, hoping to go over 12 items. We have 11 items, and I'm excited to talk about them.
Sweet.
Because and thank you, Elaine Mayfield. I don't know if she's listening. Thank you for her help. Casabella, shop Casabella. Every time we do a silent auction, Casabella shows up. They're amazing. Have a beautiful holiday sweater dress, boots, and amazing Southwest style pendant. It's amazing. Awesome. Number 2, full body massage, Bath and Body collection. Hello. Who doesn't want a massage?
Everyone loves pampering.
And Renee Craig is always good to support the Historical Society. She donated a massage and a lot of additional pampering items, including do-your-own facials and those kinds of things.
All right.
Gentleman's collection, amazing. Everybody, my dad always thought the way to a man's heart is through a flashlight. I don't know. When my dad passed, I know he's listening, Dad. I bet he had 50 to 100 flashlights. He had flashlights everywhere.
So did he have a smartphone at any point?
No.
See, he would have loved that gadget.
He had you're exactly right. And you know what my dad had? My dad had, he did. I love you, Dad. We're talking about you. He had pretty big fingers. He loved the old, if he could have carried around that old phone in a bag. He loved those big phones because he had those big fingers.
Because that's, to be honest, I haven't bought a flashlight since smartphones put the light thing on them.
No, my dad would say, oh no. I mean, that's a good start. But Roswell Livestock is so good to support the Historical Society. We've got an amazing rechargeable flashlight, sweater, and that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Elaine, you're so awesome. She made a holiday pet collection. That thing is loaded. If you have cats or dogs, everything from the little bed to the rug to everything you could feed. And then there's even the stuff for the owners. Amazing pet collection.
Cool.
An amazing holiday collection. House of Flowers stepped up, gave a beautiful arrangement. It has a print, and Honey Depot. A lot of our collections, Honey Depot in Artesia, if you've never been there, good for them. Love them. Take a trip to Artesia.
You know what?
They're amazing.
If you're a meat smoker, barbecuist, they have a great selection of rubs and things that are unique.
Somebody said the other day, what do they not have? And I'm like, besides toilet paper and water,
they have a brand that's called, I can't even say it on the radio. It's
I know exactly what
chicken,
you're talking about.
SHI. Beef SHI, special SHI, and those are good. I've used a couple of them in my house.
They have everything from cider to gifts. So, great Christmas collection. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I get so sick of hearing this, and you better spread the word. We have Jack Chew cookbook collection. Yes,
highly
we
coveted.
have both of them. I was going to say the Chew and Chat, which you could chew his food. The Cook and Chat cookbook and the other cookbook.
That would have been a great podcast for their family to Chew and Chat.
That's funny. Chew and Chat. He would have loved that. That's funny. We should. Hey, I think we have something going there. And it also comes with an amazing handcrafted ceramic tea set. It's amazing.
Oh, cool.
Roswell Livestock really came through, and in a beautiful, ladies, if you're listening, we have a beautiful Brighton black and white purse. Amazing. It's awesome. I know Ralph's excited about the Roswell Livestock patio burner disco. Hello.
That thing is.
Man.
If you have never used or owned a disc cooker or one of these,
right?
They are the greatest invention ever. My wife and I purchased one, our Christmas gift to each other, maybe 4 years ago.
Is that right? Roughly.
It's so versatile. It's so, because you can literally, you can do your fajitas or any of that stuff.
Right.
But I've cooked eggs, breakfast.
Breakfast is
I've even cooked steaks and burgers on that thing. Cool. You can do anything on there. It's
and it does come with the wok top in this.
Yeah, those things are amazing.
That's amazing. Cool. So the things that you will not find that we're really excited to talk about is the newest Peter De La Fuente. Peter, if you're listening, good morning. We appreciate you. You're amazing. Peter De La Fuente is so good to support the Historical Society, and he did a beautiful, his newest, and I want to read this to you because he's so amazing. It's called The View from the Cliff. This painting depicts our beloved Sierra Blanca Mountain, viewed from the east. The original was painted by Ig Tempura. The reproduction translation is the original. It is vibrant colors. It's probably the boldest colors I've ever seen, this royal blue. It's amazing. So he donated this print, and they are available. So ladies and gentlemen, please look on our website. It's magnificent. He signed it. It's numbered. It's amazing.
Okay.
Thank you, Peter. You're amazing.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. He's a historian in himself.
He is.
Good grief.
Peter
needs to be on again. He
should
just talk.
We had a whole great conversation about his technique for painting.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
The egg wash.
And shout out to Peter. He worked so hard with the Strange family with our past event and really talking through the legacy of the herds and all of that. And they helped. A lot of that presentation came from them interviewing Peter. So thank you.
Nice.
We appreciate you.
He was that wealth of information.
Yes. Another local artist, and we love to celebrate artists and local artists, is Greg Birch. Mm-hmm. Supported the Historical Society. He donated two of his originals. And I'm going to read you some information about it. Humbled Beginnings, it's called. Humbled Beginnings is a 24 by 30. It's the landscape west of Roswell with his own twist, looking out an old adobe structure. Humbled Beginnings.
Oh, cool.
It's amazing.
Okay.
And they are originals. So thank you, Greg. We'd love to have you on the radio just talking about that. The very interesting one that we have is called The Storm.
Okay.
And The Storm is, and I'm trying to read, I wish I am. It is 24 by 30. It's oil on canvas, and it is the old Maxwell House in Fort Sumner. It is really cool. And we were talking, that's very rarely been done. Mm-hmm. We don't know. And if you're saying, well, what in the world are you talking about? It's a jewel. So we're really excited to feature these, and we know you'll need to see them. And he even framed them. Those are originals. We're really excited. He himself is a historian, too. He loves to, and again, we just support local artists, celebrating their artistry and telling our stories. Again, all three of these pieces of art are living by our mission statement, right?
Absolutely.
Celebrating history.
Absolutely.
So supporting history, getting a piece of art that you'd never be able to. Mm-hmm. I think that's what I'm talking about. And even a gift to go somewhere else.
Yeah. It sounds like that storm painting, that's kind of a
very unique.
It's one of the few recollections of what was there at the time.
For sure. It's a beauty. And then Peter's so unique with they're just all rare. You're getting originals, and then Peter's. I'm telling you, I've never that legacy of herds and that. This is a lot of vibrant colors. So we're really excited about all these items.
Yeah.
And if
and of course, you'll be able to see them on the silent auction.
That's exactly
the eBay
right.
link
so
there.
What's going to happen is after Saturday, you can go to roswellnmhistory.org.
Mhm.
You'll see the big flashing dot with all the silent auction items. It will show you a picture of each item. Excuse me, and the information. You click on any of that item, it'll link you straight to eBay. That silent auction will go through next Saturday.
Okay,
a
so it
week
goes
from
Saturday to Saturday.
through our event. That's
Okay,
exactly
so look
right.
for it
starting
coming
this
out Saturday.
And fire up. Let's get excited. Let's support history, bid, and have fun with each other. You could literally, we tried to cover the males and females and do a little holiday decorating. We can't thank enough to our local entities supporting us. If we came to you and needed an item and we haven't heard from you yet, it is not too late. I need to hear from you today. Elaine or I will be happy and honored to pick it up. And give us a call. We could add some items to the silent auction. It is not too late, but we need to do that today.
Cool. So get in there.
Yes.
And but yeah, like you said, if you're thinking, oh yeah, I got some great stuff that'll be a part of this, please
Give us a
reach
call.
out to us today so we'd love to help you out and get you, because
Yes.
you're helping us out.
For sure.
But the earlier you get it to us, the more help we can get in promoting it and get your name out
That's
there and
right.
everything else.
Even if you gave us a gift card and you're wanting to have people come in your store, holler at us,
Yeah.
give us gift cards, and then that'll get them out on Saturday. I'd love to have a big old gift card from somebody and saying, that'll make them get out shopping. Well, let's do that. That's a heck of a deal. So
Absolutely.
We're
So-
really excited.
So mark the next couple Saturdays on your calendar. This Saturday will be the start of the silent auction.
Mm-hmm.
Again, roswellnmhistory.org is our website. You go there. Keep checking back if you go Saturday morning. It's not quite active yet.
That's right. Please do that.
Keep come back. It will go active Saturday sometime.
You're exactly right, and it could be in the afternoon, and this is why.
Okay.
We need it to go a full week through our event on the 4th.
Gotcha.
And I don't believe we mentioned that. Our event on the 4th is 10 to 2, in case you weren't listening.
So
So
they
it's
go
very
hot
likely.
at like 2 o'clock.
That's exactly
Okay.
right.
So I would say it's probably safe to say that if you check anytime after 2 p.m. on
I think so.
Saturday,
You're
it
right.
will be there.
Yep.
And
link
it'll
that on.
remain in effect, available for 1 week. And then the next Saturday, which will be the last day of the silent auction, will be the historic Christmas book fair.
And we will have the items displayed if you actually want to come see them. Or in the meantime, if you want to come see something, technically we're not open, but we are open by appointment. Give us a holler. You're welcome to come by and look at something. Also, let your do your local shopping through our website. You can purchase herd prints, books.
You missed your chance at the Holiday
memberships.
Magic to buy something. You can get it online.
And then I just had this the other day. We do ship anywhere. So we literally, let me give you this scenario. Let's say you want to buy some of John LeMay books. You want them autographed, you want them wrapped, and you want us to ship them. I'm all in. And they'll look good. We'll wrap them good.
Good deal.
So give us
Amy's
a
really
call.
good at that kind of stuff.
We'll wrap them. Hey, we could literally get them autographed.
They
now,
don't let
ladies,
me touch those things.
and ladies and gentlemen, come on. If you buy the John LeMay book on Amazon, you're not going to get it wrapped and autographed and shipped like we could.
No,
And you'd support locals. So we're all in to even put a bow on a herd print or anything like that. So do your shopping. We're still taking like memorial and celebratory gifts. Consider doing your end of the year donations to the Historical Society. And last but not least, I'm decorating the archives facility. It's almost done.
Cool.
If you need that holiday reception, maybe for your company party. We've talked about that quite a bit. 20, 30, 40. Come and go type of thing. Give us a call. It's beautifully decorated. It would, I mean, you'd literally have the food catered. You could even have it catered across the street. You could bring it over or anywhere for that
Maybe
matter.
if you're even
Just
having like an
tables.
office Christmas party
That's right.
and maybe your office isn't quite big enough that you don't have a kitchen or
right.
nothing. You're like, well, let's go. Hey, let's go to the archives
Plenty of
facility. We
room.
got a kitchen there. You can have your party if there's like 20 of you, no
Right.
problem. They
No
can all sit
problem.
down and eat and
For
have
sure.
a problem.
Plenty of room.
So if you're thinking about your office Christmas parties things here, look to the Historical Society.
Right.
It's a great venue to
And
sponsor
it's
some of that, or
traditionally
host some of that.
Christmas and decorated, so you wouldn't have to do a lot of decorations.
Yeah.
So consider that. Support the Historical Society. Shop local. Give back.
Yeah,
Let's work
absolutely.
together. Enjoy the holidays. And
RoswellNMhistory.org is the website. Go there, do some shopping. Again, find the link for the silent auction. That'll go hot again, probably 2 p.m.
Saturday afternoon, I think.
Saturday
Okay.
afternoon. And then don't forget, December 4th, 10 to 2. It's at the Archives Facility, 208 North Lee. Your chance to get rare out-of-print books, to purchase the mystery book bags for just $5 to get you a mystery gift bag, I should say. And then, of course, if you are looking for old books, but you're like, I don't want collectors' expensive books. I want some
Right.
stuff because I want for decor and
Yes.
things. John procured a bunch of books
really?
that like they're not valuable, but they're old books.
Right.
You can still read them if you want to, but but they're more designed to just put on the bookshelf because they look like they're that old bound books.
That's right.
And the quality bound. It's not paperbacks like you buy at the bookstore today. It looks something more.
It's just those items you're not going to go to the store and find. That's
exactly.
it. But support the Historical Society. If you have family coming into town, make an appointment, book that. And we've got some simple but beautiful, elegant Christmas decor in the museum, but we need that appointment made. So
absolutely.
We're all in this together. Let's work together.
RoswellNMHistory.org. You can always email Amy, historydirector@outlook.com.
That's right.
And then I never remember the phone number.
That's all right. Call the museum, 622-8333. If you have research needs or those kinds of things in the archives, call 622-1176. If you need to reserve the archive facility, call the museum, 622-8333.
Very good.
Yeah, thank you.
Get all?
I'm sure we missed something, but that's okay. I'll be back. We just appreciate your support.
Well, we love doing this. Is what we do too. And happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
Yes, we're very
and everybody.
thankful. Yeah. We're very thankful for this amazing community, and I don't know what we would have done without the support of this community. We've had a hard year, huh, Mike? I know everybody has. The Historical Society's really been hit hard. On a final note, we have had that fundraising campaign. We just were hit. We just had more work done. That number is rolling up. Please consider making that donation. We sincerely appreciate it.
Absolutely.
But we're going to work hard and get this done.
Well,
we're right there, Mike. We're almost done.
You make a point,
right
it's like
there.
we look back and it's like it's been a hard year, but then I look back and I'm like, well, look at where we're sitting.
We've done good.
Here we sit, and
it's not poor us.
They've been throwing some curveballs at us,
and we've worked with others. We've been honored to help others. It's not all about us. It's about this community.
Absolutely.
We just need to work together, and every penny
keep plugging
counts.
away. Absolutely.
Yep.
So come be a part of all of
Please.
our stuff. We'd love to have you. And again, I got to ask you because I've been asking everybody. Food you are looking most forward to eating on Thursday of all the Thanksgiving things. What's the one that you're like the number one? If I eat nothing else on Thursday and just eat this, I'd be okay.
So very uniquely, our family legacy is some very unique noodles.
Okay.
And we boil them in the broth.
Okay.
And it's a very thick. It's between a spaghetti noodle and an Alfredo noodle.
Okay.
And my boys could eat the whole thing, but I can't do
Is it got a sauce with it or something?
No,
or just like a butter
it's
noodle?
just yes.
Okay.
So that's very unique. That was my grandmother's legacy. So,
I think that falls into the vein of the mac and cheese because a lot of people,
right?
Well, and I think it's more of a South thing.
I think so.
As mac
probably.
and cheese is aside for Thanksgiving,
Good old traditional, some Arkansas.
So I bet it's. I feel it's probably
it's in that vein,
but
no cheesy.
That.
We're not cheesy, but cannot do life without sweet potato. But we can't do life without sweet potato and cranberry. So it's all good to me. Thanksgiving's a blessing. I'm thankful for every darn bit of it.
Nothing wrong with cheesy. I made a career out of being cheesy. Being Chester Cheetah.
That's true. I am more cheesy on the radio than I would be putting that in my mouth. If you know
Senior cheese. That's what they call me.
A little bit cheesy around there. Hey, but we've got to laugh, smile, and give back to the community. High Five Youth Challenge Academy stepped it up with applications, and we're fixing to give out scholarships. Please, if you want to support the Historical Society through scholarships, there is probably the greatest thing we can do is give back in scholarships.
Yep.
Amen.
And big thanks.
And Youth Challenge stepped it up. If you're listening and you're going to apply for our scholarships in 2022, you better step it up because they're really raising that bar.
Yeah, and they're probably ready to go full spring after a year of COVID,
so
2
don't
years of
forget
COVID
that
and everything
too.
else. Yeah.
Thank you for everything. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, and enjoy your pasta, and we'll talk to you later. Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right, it is 8:52. Let's pause for some local news, weather, town hall business, and commercials to pay for my turkey and dressing. Don't go away.
Now for a Pecos Valley News update, I'm Jared Cirillo. As a reminder, city halls in Carlsbad, Artesia, and Roswell are all closed on Thursday for Thanksgiving. Roswell City Hall is also closed on Friday as well. Certain other city facilities in Roswell have varied holiday schedules. In addition, some city services will have adjusted schedules to accommodate the Thanksgiving holiday. The Roswell Public Library and the Roswell Museum and Arts Center will both be closed Thursday and Friday. They'll reopen Saturday. Roswell Transit will not operate buses Thanksgiving Day. Buses will be in operation Friday on Main Street. The buses will run from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Call-in pickup requests on other streets will not be available. And the Roswell Solid Waste Department's trash pickup for the week has been adjusted. Areas normally picked up on Monday and Thursday will have their trash containers picked up on Monday and Wednesday. Areas normally picked up Tuesday and Friday will have their trash containers picked up Tuesday and Saturday. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks pretty good today. We'll be in the low to mid 70s and plenty of sunshine. Overnight, a few clouds drifting through with our low in the mid 40s as a cold front arrives. We'll be a little bit cooler tomorrow. Our afternoon high in the upper 60s and low 70s. Then Thanksgiving Day, a mix of sunshine and clouds, isolated showers, and cooler with our high in the mid 50s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander. President Biden said Monday he is nominating Jerome Powell for a second four-year term as Federal Reserve Chair, endorsing his stewardship of the economy through a brutal pandemic recession in which the Fed's ultra-low rate policies helped to bolster confidence and revitalize the job market. San Francisco officials said Monday that they secured more than $5.3 million in a settlement from DoorDash on behalf of workers who made deliveries in the city between 2016 and 2020. The settlement followed an investigation by the San Francisco Office of Labor Standards Enforcement into alleged violations of city labor laws. On Wall Street, the Dow up 17 points, closing at 35,619. The Nasdaq down 202 to 15,854, and the S&P 500 lost 15 points to 4,682. With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
The demand for registered nurses continues to grow. Now is the time to apply for New Mexico's #1 ranked nursing program at ENMU Roswell. A new class of first-year students will be accepted for this coming January 2022 semester. Receive state-of-the-art training with experienced faculty who will prepare you for a rewarding career in nursing. Application deadline is November 5th. For more information, call 575-624-7401.
Looking for big Black Friday deals? Come to Decor Furniture and Electronics. Decor is all in for Black Friday, offering big discounts in every department. Save on a huge selection of TVs and sound systems, all with Black Friday discounts. Decor has special savings on living room, dining room, and bedroom furniture, recliners, love seats, sectionals, and even Black Friday discounts on a huge selection of mattresses. Be sure to ask about no interest financing until January of 2023. Check them out on Facebook. The Black Friday sale at Decor, 815 West Mermont.
Get up to $4,000 overbook at Roswell Nissan. You heard that right. Up to $4,000 overbook for your trade. Trade values are setting records, so bring it in and upgrade. With $1 down, no payments till next year, and up to $4,000 for your trade, now is the time. Roswell Nissan has special programs available that can make it happen for you regardless of your situation. Get a free turkey with an appraisal and free AirPods with a qualified test drive. Up to $4,000 overbook. On now at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
Looking for the perfect gift? Get them a shirt from Untuck It. Now you can get up to 50% off with the Black Friday sale happening right now at Untuck It. Untuck It shirts are designed to be worn untucked. They're the easiest way to keep them looking sharp and feeling comfortable. You can't go wrong with our super soft flannels and wrinkle-free shirts, so don't miss it. Up to 50% off for a limited time only. Find the perfect gift for every guy in your list at untuckit.com or 80+ Untuck It stores. Untuck It. Shirts designed to be worn untucked.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. More than 50% of Americans fall asleep on their sides. That's way better than falling asleep on someone else's side. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 8:57. Stay tuned next hour. We're going to play an interview we had yesterday with Dr. Keon Agar from Carabelli Dental. He joined us and chit-chatted about Thanksgiving, but then also about, what they do over at Carabelli. So we're going to play that interview for you here next hour, about 9:15 or so. Of course, I always say this, if you miss any part of our show, you can always check it out at your leisure, ksvptv.com. Click on the Mornings with Mike Winters channel, and you'll find them there at your leisure. Go back, check them out. Tanner goes and separates them from the main shows. You can go back and watch them. You don't have to watch or fast forward and rewind through the whole show to get to the part you want to see. He separates the interview. Now the whole show's there if you like that, and that's where you get the real nuggets of nonsense. Because the interviews, you just if there's a nugget of nonsense in the interview, it's there. But at the beginning of the hours where the real nuggets of nonsense come out, or the back end of the hour, you got to listen to the whole show feed to catch that stuff. The real gems of dumbness. You got to sell it up, then tear it down. That's how it works. It is amazing. I was just telling them, you can go back and check out the interviews, but I suggest if you want to get the real nuggets of dumbness is to catch the in-betweeners that you only can get in the full show feed. So that's where it's at.
I'll tell you this. We have the real, the golden ones. I'll have Tanner pull out. I'll have Tanner pull the bits out of the feed.
Golden
let me finish that statement so it's okay for radio.
I'll have him pull out my golden bits.
Tanner, my golden bits, please.
Bring me my golden bits.
Bring me my golden bits.
We chalice of silver.
We do need to make note of that. We have like specifically good bits. Have Tanner pull them out. We could do a best of.
As soon as we get one, we'll do that.
One of these days, we'll have one.
All right, it's 9 o'clock. We'll be back.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The ball on top of a flagpole is called a truck. Mess with your friends today by pointing at a flagpole and say, hey, check out the truck on top of that flagpole.
Breaking news.
Here's Mike Winters.
Townhall.com. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. The U.S. is set to release 50 million barrels of oil from the country's emergency stockpile.
With gas prices 50% higher than they were a year ago, President Biden made the decision to tap into the nation's Strategic Petroleum Reserve, or SPR. The administration hopes the move will ease energy costs, but critics are not convinced. Some Republicans argue that tapping the SPR won't stop inflation. And the U.S. Chamber of Commerce says the White House should encourage domestic production of oil and natural gas instead.
That's White House correspondent Greg Cluxton. The suspect accused of using his SUV to assault a Christmas parade crash in suburban Milwaukee is set to appear in court this afternoon. Police say Darrell Brooks was free on $1,000 bail, posted just 2 days before the deadly event, a fact that's leading to renewed calls for giving judges more power to set higher bails. Police say that he was behind the wheel of the SUV that sped through that parade route in Waukesha on Sunday, killing 5 and injuring 48 others, including many children. Officials say at least 46 people, including 12 children, have died after a bus crashed and caught fire in western Bulgaria.
The accident occurred at about 2 o'clock in the morning local time. The bus was the last in a convoy crossing Bulgaria to North Macedonia on its way back from Turkey. For as yet unknown reasons, the bus swerved off the motorway, tearing away a 50-metre section of the crash barrier before bursting into flames. Only 7 passengers managed to escape from the inferno. They're being treated in a Sofia hospital. The mayor of the nearby village of Pernik told local media that the motorway is in poor condition on that section.
That's BBC's Nick Thorpe. Target will no longer open its stores on Thanksgiving Day, making permanent a shift to the unofficial start of the holiday season for that franchise. Breaking news at townhall.com.
Why are cash-out refinances such a big deal right now? Uncle Ryan tries to teach me something.
I really feel like right now might be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I've been doing this for 18 years now, and I've just never seen a market where the rates are so low and values across the country have skyrocketed as much as they have. That combination, I remember one couple in particular, they were looking to do some home improvements at the house, but they were worried about their payments going up. Well, with rates being so low and them building up so much equity in the home over the last few years, we were able to get them the cash out for those home improvements, and their payments actually went down a little bit. Every single situation is different, but it does happen more often than you think. So it definitely does not hurt to call.
We are United Faith Mortgage.
United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp. 25 Middle Park Road, Melville, New York. Licensed mortgage banker. For all licensing information, go to NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Corporate NMLS number 1330. Equal housing lender. Licensed in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, Massachusetts, North Dakota, South Dakota, or Utah.
Italy's antitrust watchdog has fined Apple and Amazon more than 200 million euros for cooperating to restrict competition in the sale of Apple and Beats branded products.
The Italian Competition Authority says its investigation found that the U.S. tech giants agreed to limit access to Italy's Amazon marketplace to selected resellers. That's in violation of European Union rules. The watchdog slapped Apple with a €134.5 million fine and Amazon with a €68.7 million penalty.
That is correspondent Jeremy House reporting. In Hawaii, a homeless man placed in a mental hospital for more than 2 years in a case of mistaken identity is suing the state. Joshua Spiestersbrock says he explained to police at the time he was not the man who was wanted on a warrant they were serving. He wound up in the state hospital and says he was forced to take psychiatric drugs. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. If you're planning on a vacation in Hawaii, time to check your sunscreen.
The state's second largest island, Maui, voted to ban non-mineral skin protectants that contain ingredients found to kill corals. Island officials say the chemicals first identified in 2015 cause bleaching, which in turn causes the corals to turn white and die. Instead, officials want sunbathers to use mineral-based products. A bill passed this last week recognizes the sunscreens threaten the health of the water, the reefs, and marine life, and it's scheduled to be signed into law October 1st next year. Rhonda Rockstra reporting.
The price of holding a traditional Thanksgiving feast is on the rise. The American Farm Bureau estimates a Thanksgiving feast for 10, complete with sweet potatoes, rolls, a vegetable tray, and a pie with whipped cream will cost $53.31 this year. That's 14% higher than it was a year ago. More on these stories can be found at townhall.com. From Washington, I'm Bob Agnew.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. It on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Tres Inviernos.
Safe of Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk. He slid into home.
Yeah, dude, it was. I almost overshot the chair as I sat down and went, whoop.
Safe. He slid into home. Fortunately, he did it properly with feet first, so there's no potential for injury.
Yeah.
So he did it right.
That's right.
Unlike some of those NFL quarterbacks that keep wanting to slide head first.
Yeah.
That was the thing. This is way off topic. Back when RG3 was good, that 1 year in 2012 where he had this magical season.
When he got the nickname RG3, and everybody knew who he was.
When RG3 was, the man for a minute there. He was lighting up the world, man, throwing it. But that one thing that man could not do was slide.
Yeah.
And they tried to train him, and he looked, it was weird. It looked like someone trying to, eat with their opposite hand. It just did not look right. You're like, how do you not grasp this concept of sliding?
You know, it's weird. When I look at some people, it's like they have this ability to defy a certain level of gravity. I don't know if it's a weight thing. I'm not sure exactly. But the way that when you watch somebody do a front flip, for example, it always kind of blows my mind a little bit. Because by physics standards, you should be taking a header right now. but the people that do the front flips, it blows my mind. The people that can defy that kind of, that physics, those physics.
Yeah. Well, that's parkour.
Yeah.
Those people that do parkour, the ones that are good at it, and you watch them do it, you're like, that looks easy. I could shoot up the side of that building.
All you got to do is run like a gazelle. It's fine.
And you're just like, sure, I can doop, doop, doop. They just get right up it.
You do that thing wild dogs do where their front legs go in behind their back legs and roll like that. And you got it down. You're good.
I blame the Matrix for all that. People wouldn't have thought to do it until they saw the Matrix. Like, I could do that. And they started training for this stuff.
I could bend backwards and avoid bullets. How many people do you think got shot in like a Memphis weekend?
So many.
After that movie came out. Like, no. I'm just going to start shooting at you and you just bend backwards.
So many.
Pip, 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 pip.
Because we're stupid.
Yeah.
Just like when people yelled at David Letterman, and David Letterman got yelled at because he dropped bowling balls off the side of the building and other people did it too. Are you that?
Yeah.
Now they yell at him. It's his fault because everyone else got the idea. Come on, man. When are you going to take responsibility for your stupidity?
Everyone in my, I'm not going to say everyone, but a large portion of the percentage of my people in my generation see a skull with crossed crutches as a challenge. Every time I hear, warning, the people on this show are stunt people or are surrounded by stunt people at all times. Accordingly, MTV and the producers must insist that no one attempt to recreate or reenact any stunt or activity performed on this show. I heard that so many times growing up.
Yeah. You know, the one that the one of the more controversial ones from that, and in all fairness, it's not right, but come on. This is where the adults need to be adults. Was Beavis and Butthead, the very beginning of Beavis and Butthead. You remember the first episode of Beavis and Butthead?
Frog Baseball.
Frog Baseball.
Yeah.
You remember how much flack they got for Frog Baseball? Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's actually a demented thing to do, but
really.
but
yeah.
If everyone's out there doing it and you're like, well, it's the TV show's fault. No, it's not. It's you for being an idiot and emulating things.
The whole joke is a couple of yahoos are out hitting frogs with baseball bats. You know, you always heard about those kids that stuck M80s up, cats' keisters, but you never really saw the ones that did it.
Yeah, no.
You just talked about it.
If you're emulating things on television because you thought it looked funny, you're probably not the smartest tool in the shed there. I'm just saying.
I used to emulate 80s rock videos all the time. Me and my buddies would just go out to a warehouse and just rub bare shoulder blades together, and yeah.
Oh, I'm going to call back a term.
Oh, okay.
If you like to emulate things you see on TV and think it's a good idea, you're a waterhead.
I hear that's a fantastic pistachio salad. Sounds delicious, actually.
It is good with pistachio.
I desperately want to go to a restaurant now and just be like, I'll have your waterhead salad, please.
Would you like the waterhead fries to go with it? Yes, please.
It's just a potato. They just roll.
It's a raw potato.
Yeah, just a raw potato.
It's waterhead fries.
Here you go, moron.
Oh man.
Now that having been said about the whole emulation thing, it's like, but granted, I know they're not the same. But who at some point in their life didn't at some point just go,
okay, that's
trying
fine.
Desperately
That's
to emulate.
fine. But when you see cartoon people whacking frogs and think that looks fun, you're a waterhead.
Right.
All right, if you want to emulate Michael Jackson, you're just
it took
you do you on that.
Well, like all good things in America, it took fire for someone to step in and do something about it. Fire, yeah, fire.
That's all I'm saying. And to be honest, here's another little pro tip before we move on. I'm going to end it here. If you can flip a water,
stay out of your neighbor's shed.
Yeah. If you can flip a water bottle and it lands on its top, you're not an amazing genius. Millions of people do it all the time. That's why there's thousands of videos of people doing it. Stop. Who cares?
There's a guy on TikTok that he like emulates all these stunts that these people do, like the water bottle, but he does it usually with like a plunger stuck to his chest.
Okay.
Stuck to like he's like a super talented Asian dude, I guess the only way to describe him. But like there's this one where he took like a knife and he put it on the counter and there's poker chips and a bottle of like what do you call it? A Zima bottle and a ping pong ball on top of these poker chips. And he took this knife and he went and he like knocked the poker chips out, kept the bottle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So stuff like that,
Well, that's impressive.
Yeah, you see stuff like that. I kind of want to emulate it. I'm
talking about the water bottle. I mean, everyone's doing that now.
That's what I'm saying, but that's where it starts. It starts with water bottle flips, and it escalates from there.
If you're Ginsu and poker chips, you're probably gonna lose a digit or two. I'm guessing doing that training. So
you might.
You stick to the water bottles.
Tell you, dude, got to get you that TikTok. It's a whole lot of cool stuff on that TikTok.
Waterheads flip water bottles.
All right, now it's starting to get a little worn thin, all right? Better be careful with that.
All right, on that note, here's your weather. Might get rain on Thursday. Water hits.
Water-headed weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks pretty good today. We'll be in the low to mid 70s and plenty of sunshine. Overnight, a few clouds drifting through with our low in the mid 40s as a cold front arrives. We'll be a little bit cooler tomorrow. Our afternoon high in the upper 60s and low 70s. Then Thanksgiving Day, a mix of sunshine and clouds, isolated showers, and cooler with our high in the mid 50s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Oh, I have a new mission. I'll share it with you later. Currently, 38 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 46% with winds out of the north at 6 miles per hour. Partly cloudy today, actually pretty warm, 72 for a high today with northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Cloudy tonight, overnight low of 44 with southwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Wednesday, mostly cloudy, 69 for a high with west winds 5 to 10 early, but 10 to 15 for tomorrow afternoon. Wednesday night, we're looking at rain chances. There's a 30% chance it's rain tomorrow night, mostly cloudy. Overnight low of 38 with north winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. For your Thanksgiving Day, cooler, mid-50s for a high, mostly sunny. They're saying highs around 54 with north winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday night, mostly clear. Overnight low of 27. It's going to be chilly. Going to be nice and chilly when you wake up at dark 30 for Black Friday sales. Sunny, high of 62 for the day, though, on Friday. So it will warm up a little bit. A little warmer than Thanksgiving anyway. Friday night, partly cloudy, overnight low of 33. And then looks like we'll be hanging in the 60s for the weekend as well. Saturday, mostly sunny, a high of 68. Sunny on Sunday with a high of 63. All right, it is 9:15. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then on the other side, our interview with Dr. Keon Agar from Carabelli Dental. That's coming up next. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
It's that time of year when your home is filled with friends and family. The perfect time for new furniture from Glenn's. Reinvent your living room with stylish power reclining furniture. Make room for the whole family with a big, beautiful dining table. Surprise your out-of-town visitors with new bedroom furniture. Glenn's has quality furniture you'll be proud of for years, and they'll deliver it for free. So hurry to Glenn's Furniture at the corner of Union and Alameda in Roswell. Glenn's, making the season bright and beautiful since 1953.
Get up to $4,000 overbook at Roswell Nissan. You heard that right. Up to $4,000 overbook for your trade. Trade values are setting records, so bring it in and upgrade. With $1 down, no payments till next year, and up to $4,000 for your trade, now is the time. Roswell Nissan has special programs available that can make it happen for you regardless of your situation. Get a free turkey with an appraisal and free AirPods with a qualified test drive. Up to $4,000 overbook. On now at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd. Roswell is our home. That's why we've all got to do our part to stop illegal dumping. Throwing your trash, clutter, or yard debris in the alleys, sidewalks, or streets is a crime, and it takes time and money to clean it up. Those caught dumping illegally can face fines of up to $500. You can help by taking your waste to the landfill once a month for free with a paid water bill. Call the City of Roswell Solid Waste Department for more information at 575-624-6746. Help keep Roswell clean. After all, do you want your kids to grow up in a dump?
Have you been dealing with stress or anxiety lately? Don't let that stop you from getting the dental work done that you know needs to happen. Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher with Carabelli Dental, and every day we help people just like you have a relaxing and pain-free experience with IV sedation. Just imagine a dental experience where you don't remember the needles or the drills. If that's what you're looking for, we can help. Let us ease your stress and create the best dental experience ever.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main or call 622-4455.
High-flying action is back on the High Plains as Eastern New Mexico University men's and women's basketball is back on the hardwood. ENMU has a thrilling home slate as they welcome in conference rivals and national runner-up West Texas A&M, in-state rival Western New Mexico, and many other exciting matchups that you don't want to miss. Season tickets start as low as $50 for the 2021-22 season. Call 575-562-2153 or visit goeasternathletics.com for more ticket information. ENMU Greyhound men's and women's basketball, all in.
As part of the ongoing effort to keep the roads of New Mexico safe,
we would like to share a list of things you should never attempt behind the wheel of your automobile.
Texting your friends, wrestling your friends, eating a sandwich, making a sandwich, hugging your kids, buckling your kids, brushing your hair, brushing your teeth, flossing your teeth, adjusting your seat, rubbing your feet, reading the paper, using a shaver, applying makeup,
You get
applying
the
to
point.
college.
A large number of car crashes occur when the driver is doing something other than driving. Drive safe, New Mexico.
Paid for by the New Mexico Department of Transportation and aired in cooperation with the NMBA and the station.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Slugs have 4 noses, but no fingers to pick them. Here's Mike Winters.
Joining us in studio this morning from Carabelli Dental, Dr. Keon Agar back with us.
Telebelly.
Telebelly. Ooh, that could be maybe.
How you doing, Mike?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm great.
Y'all ready for Thanksgiving?
Kind of, yeah. We're doing it a little different this year. So we did like an early Thanksgiving this weekend with part of the family, and then we decided.
Are you doing multiple rounds of Thanksgiving?
We are, yeah.
Nice.
So I kept a lot of my wife's pregnancy clothes, for me to use over the week, stretchy pants, and so we're gonna do like a Roswell Thanksgiving, and then we're gonna do like a family Thanksgiving. We're gonna travel to my mother-in-law had like knee replacement surgery.
Okay.
So they were like, we don't want to travel, which I don't blame them. And they were like, we don't really want to have. They basically don't want to see anybody. So,
I got you.
So we're gonna like take Thanksgiving up there.
Well, you've had additions to the family since last Thanksgiving, right?
Yes. Well, no. Yes and no. Yeah, we have a 1-year-old.
Gotcha. So it's been right around that.
Right around that, yeah. So last year we didn't really do anything because, when 1-year-old's born in the fall and you kind of, a baby's born in the fall and you kind of don't take them out much.
Sure.
Plus, there was like COVID stuff. I wasn't really worried about my newborn getting COVID. I was more like RSV and all the traditional stuff you see, and she was a little early. So
now the baby's ready for
now she's ready to roll. Yeah, now she's the origin of all the diseases. So
cool. Well, that gets you, but that actually saves you with relatives a little bit because now you come and they're all paying attention to your kids and they leave you alone.
Right. Yeah. Now I can just go drink scotch on the couch and no one bothers me. Yeah.
Everyone's so enamored with your children.
Suddenly I'm like much more popular with all the relatives. Now that, because we've got the first round of grandbabies.
Okay.
And so we're like the
you did your job.
Yeah, we're like the holy children. We're like the we could do no wrong family now.
They're spreading the family. They're good.
Yeah, they're good. We bring the grandbabies and
That's
they're like so yeah, my wife is officially like the favorite of the whole family because she made the babies. Yeah. So,
I get that. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, good. So, you all can do your celebrity tour this time.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're going to do kind of a smaller Thanksgiving and like just local Roswell.
Are you a turkey fan?
As like, are they my football team?
No, I mean a turkey, like to eat. Like,
honestly,
like if you're doing multiple Thanksgivings and assuming there's turkey at all these, are you okay with that?
So, I actually picked up so I'm fine with turkey. I think turkey's fine. I feel like turkey's kind of like different chicken.
Okay.
Like, it's kind of,
that's what there is to eat. I'll eat it.
It's kind of drier chicken most of the time, unless someone does it really, really well, which, I'm not that person.
Okay.
So I was gonna smoke the turkey this year, and then was like, well, I'm only feeding like 5 people, and like two of them are 3 or under, so they don't eat. It's like they're gonna eat mashed potatoes, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
So actually, Sam's had a sale on like prime rib.
Oh, nice! You went the beef route. I like it.
So it was $20 off any package of prime rib.
Okay.
And so most of them were like $120. Well, there was one for $40, and I was like, so half off. It's 20% off. So I was like, pretty nice size. Yeah. But I was like, okay, do that. So we're doing beef for Thanksgiving.
Nice. And sounds like you almost paid less than a turkey.
No, yeah, seriously. No, it was less than a turkey. Yeah.
That's great.
Less than a turkey, and I think it's going to be a lot. I'm gonna like a lot more. So
hey, nobody said, "Oh man, there's steak." I'm upset.
No, I know, right? So yeah, I'm totally happy with it. We do have I did pick up some turkey sandwich meat. So
good.
So
for leftovers
for the next day we have turkey sandwiches.
Very
so
good.
we keep up that holy tradition.
Although leftover prime rib sandwich ain't nothing wrong with that.
There's probably not. Well, again, we only got the 40-pound roast.
This is true.
So there's probably not going to be much left over.
This is true. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be maybe maybe fill them up on chips and whatnot before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
Which honestly, I always do anyways. So I'm always like, you always like pre-eat all this stuff. I don't know. My mom always put out like olives and pickles. That's like she always kept
pickles,
like
sweet
little
pickles.
pickles and sweet pickles. Yeah, all those,
deviled eggs or something.
Yep. Put all that food out, and then like you get to Thanksgiving, and you're like, I'm already ready for a nap. Like,
It's like if I have any more things and smothered in something, I'm going to be.
Yeah. No, but Thanksgiving, we're looking forward. It'll be good, and taking some time just to kind of spend with family. It's good. And I think traditions change once you have like little children. I mean, I'm sure a lot of your listeners who have children or are grandchildren.
Sure.
I almost feel like it changes even more when the grandchildren show up.
Sure.
So
Your attention shifts.
Yeah. So it's cool to see like the family dynamic of my parents,
being grandparents.
They love it. Yeah. And so great. And then like how much my kids like. It's cool. Like, so my wife started really pushing like Halloween in July. So she started having to watch like Halloween movies and cartoons like in July because she's like obsessed with Halloween. And so, like, we've already got our Christmas tree up.
Nice.
And we've got Christmas lights. I'm not Clark Griswold yet, but
You're getting there.
Yeah, I'm on the path. So I have a plan.
All right.
But no, so I think it's fun. The traditions are kind of fun. So like last night we found some like Mickey Christmas movies, whatever. I tried to find stuff that I watched when I was a kid.
Okay, classic.
Which I was really into. I thought it was great. I was like, I haven't seen this in 30 years, but this is awesome. And so trying to like brainwash my children into liking those too. So.
Getting them to nostalgic on things you're nostalgic about.
Yeah. I've kind of I feel like I've totally achieved like dad. Like I whatever like the top role is because my kids like pretty much like 3 movies which I've really influenced. I was like, okay, I don't mind watching these movies and I think they're classics. So one is Goofy movie,
all right,
because it's a really good movie, and I like Kung Fu Panda.
Okay.
If I have to watch a cartoon, like I don't mind watching that. I'm not.
If you're
watching...
gonna see one over and over and over,
I don't want to watch Frozen.
Gotcha.
So my children have never watched Frozen. I'm sure someone's gonna sit there like, oh my god, call CYFD. We're not watching Frozen, and then and then the other one is the original Space Jam.
Oh,
weirdly,
okay.
my children, I got
the Jordan Space Jam.
The Jordan Space Jam. So it's not, it was one of those things that like, oh, like darn, like. This is the only movie that plays in the car when we're driving around.
Yeah.
And now they're like all about it. So
plus, you're a dad in a world where there's like Disney Plus, and there's literally you could put 24/7 on something, no problem. Where when we were kids, if it was Saturday, unless it was Saturday morning or like the afternoon, there was none of that out.
You know what's funny is that I realized that last night is that when I was a kid, knocked over your Carabelli team. So when I was a kid, I was actually looking for this like Mickey Mouse Christmas special, and I told my wife, I was like, no, it's like an hour long, right? And because we used to have VHSs. Well, I didn't realize my parents had just recorded like segments of a show.
Okay.
And it was like different shows, and they just recorded them all on one VHS. So it was like 1 hour runtime.
Oh, gotcha.
And I didn't realize it was something that they created from like, just watching TV and just like recording.
Their best hits tape.
Exactly. It was like best hits tape of Christmas shows, right?
Nice. Okay.
And I just assumed that like it was like Mickey Mouse Christmas where they go get a Christmas tree is first, and then it's followed by Mickey Mouse Scrooge or whatever it was. And I just assumed those are like that's part of one movie because that's how I watched it as a kid.
Right.
Every Christmas. And so anyways, yeah. So it's kind of a realization of like, whoa. And then but you can't really make a mix. You have to make I don't know how to do that in this digital age. It's
you
like
have to do some kind of jump drive.
Yeah, I don't even know how that works.
Ask Tanner. He's our expert.
Yeah, he knows about that stuff. So,
well, he may not be an expert in video, but he is an expert in teeth, which does help people here on this side.
Me, not Tanner. Well, Tanner too. Who knows? Yeah.
Tanner might be good. He might be on the side in there doing some dental
stuff
work
in the garage. Yeah, actually, Tanner, he's my neighbor. So
is he?
I don't know. I don't know. I hear some drilling going on late at night. So who knows?
That could go either way.
Yeah,
it could be. He could be doing electronics or teeth.
Yeah,
would go either way. But
no, that teeth. Things are good. We're kind of. I think we're way past the. I mean, we've been on the show a couple times to talk to you.
Yeah.
We're kind of past the all the whatever COVID stuff, and I think we're back to doing what we do best.
Sure.
So it's been good.
And you guys made a lot of changes to the facility over that time too. And so in actuality, it's a safer building than it was 2 years ago.
It was,
because you've re-upped the whole ventilation.
Yeah, and we
system
added a couple extra, fire extinguishers, so we're good. We've been. It's been really fun, man. We've been busy, and there's a lot of we've been really fortunate that people from all over Southeast New Mexico come to us and kind of trust us to help them achieve their goals.
Sure. Well, it's all about reputation, and you guys have built that reputation,
right?
Saying, you need, they work with you, they work with their patients. They, if finance is a problem, they can figure that out.
Yeah.
But if you're and again, we said this 100 times, it's dental philosophy in all, like the medical world. You talk about your doctors and things. They've gone to that. They've shifted from treating to more preventative in that philosophy, and dentistry's changed philosophies too, where it's kind of like everyone's got such that stigma and everyone negative dentist, and they're like, no, we're changing that because I guess a lot of people would have embarrassment, neglect issues and things, and so people would not get dental work for fear of being judged because their teeth don't look like they normally do, and people look at that as a sign of you're uneducated or whatever. Insert whatever here, and so there's that stigma there, and now that's all going away. We're like, no. If you're nervous, if you're scared, we have things to help with that. If you have a fear of pain, if you just don't like the fact that you're sitting there with your mouth open and people are sticking a bunch of stuff in it, I get that.
No.
They can help
unless
ease
it's
that.
Thanksgiving, and that's okay. No one's afraid of that. Yeah, that's one of the things that's really fun about our practices is both of us, Dr. Usher and myself, have done a lot of training to be able to help people through that kind of stuff. And it's one of those things that I personally never really understood why, like you were saying, you had a colonoscopy, and I hope that's not TMI for viewers, but I mean, you did, and no one does a colonoscopy awake, no one goes to the doctor and has like, a toe, whatever, removed, or what is it, a bunion removed awake, right? Yet in dentistry, that's kind of the assumption is like, well, just lay back and just kind of stare at the ceiling for the next hour while, there's like things going on that you can't see, and we're just kind of staring in there and so it's one of those things that I think even my own perception of like what I would do and what I wouldn't do in dentistry has changed a lot. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I probably, now that I know, I would rather just be asleep for. Why would I want to be awake for that?
Sure.
And even like for myself, like, I was, this is, since we talked about your colonoscopy, I plan to get a vasectomy soon. And I went in there, I'm like, kind of just assumed that, like, you go in there and they
knock you out.
They knock you out. They don't do it. And I'm like,
oh, hey, I heard you're awake for that. They just numb everything.
Yeah. And there's like, you see like smoke trails, and I'm like, and again, I was kind of relating that to what we do, People kind of smell the tooth stuff.
Sure.
I mean, like, there's no way around.
And you're like,
hey,
that's not normal.
Yeah, and it is normal. It is like,
but
I know
to them
it's normal.
it's not.
Yeah, but to most people, they don't think that smoking tooth is a good thing. You know, it's as bad as a smoking gun. So it's just one of those things that it's nice to be able to. And the other thing is that it's not like a lot of our patients do come in for just routine dental care and stuff, but we also do get a lot of people who come in, and we're really fortunate that they trust us to basically do like smile transformations, whether it's because you were saying some people come in and they've lived with a certain smile for a long time, and we're able to kind of transform that, and it's crazy that nowadays, we almost have I don't want to say the ability to do anything, but stuff that we couldn't even fathom 10 years ago we're doing, and which is really, really cool. I mean, like when I was first, when I finished school and you're doing all this extra training, you go to this, courses and hands-on courses, and you're just trying to learn stuff, and they're like, yeah, these are the limitations that we can't do. These are the things you cannot do. And now it's like, we can do them, so that's really cool.
Well, just even like dentures in those worlds. I mean, you getting implants or dentures in 2021 is night and day different than getting dentures in 1990.
It's way different. And so what we can achieve and what we can do, I mean, there's still limitations based off of health factors and all that stuff. And that's why you have to really tailor a plan to someone.
And I think too is the relationship between dentistry and orthodontics and overall care has come together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In this last 20 years, they're talking about dental work affecting heart work and things like that.
Right.
I got a feeling like we finally incorporated our dentistry side into the rest of overall health a little bit, whereas I think it was almost treated just solely as a specialty. It's like you go to get your hair cut and the dentist, and then the doctor. You know what I mean? It's like it was thrown up there with that.
Right.
Where in actuality, no, it should be here with you doctors and everybody else because what's going on there correlates with what's going on to the rest of the body.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things that you really, I don't mean to preach it all, but I mean, so much of the health problems in this country, I mean, honestly, and I'm not like the beacon of health. I've got my stresses and things that everybody else does.
Sure.
Right. But so many of the health problems we face in this country are because of our diets. A lot of the diets are kind of like artificial diets that are trying to just made for the masses.
Sure.
It's all this stuff. And a lot of those things are just why teeth have such a hard time. It's crazy to look back and you look at, they've done anthropological studies that found skeletons from 10,000 years ago, we'll say, and they don't really have cavities. It wasn't until people started living in cities where they started eating grains and rices and, processed carbohydrates that cavities became a thing. So again, like diabetes wasn't a thing when there was like hunter-gatherer societies, this wasn't a thing. Because they walked around all day, they ate meat, they were outside, they got vitamin D, they slept when it got dark, all those things. So it's one of those things, it is part of the whole health plan. And,
sure.
But the thing is, it's one of those things, it's not only that, it's a confidence thing, right? And that's what I think we're able to do. Not only are we able to give people this confidence to eat their food, to eat without pain, but also to like smile. And like, and really try to tailor that portion of it, which I think is the artistic portion of what we do, to that person, which is a lot of fun. That's the fun. It's also the really stressful part because to be honest, all the surgical stuff we do on our end is very routine for us. Most of our patients are asleep. It's not like there's a lot of the brain work we've already been done. We've gotten really good at it. It's like kind of like we just do it.
Sure.
The thinking goes into how do we make this fit this person.
Gotcha.
So it's just really fun. It's a good time and we have we're really, I feel really, really blessed that we've been able to kind of do all the things we're able to do down here because there's really, I think that a lot of the stuff that we do has not been done really, in New Mexico. I mean, we have, I think Dr. Usher had a patient come down from like Grants or something the other day, and then we've had people come down from Santa Fe, and
that's great. You're getting people from bigger areas in the state coming down here.
We have like an orthodontist that refers their implant patients all the way from Albuquerque.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's great.
It sucks for those patients.
It's great for your reputation and everything. Yeah, it's like, hey, you're in essence in a bigger city where there should be more amenities available to you.
Right.
We're going to send you 3 hours south to get it done because they do it better there.
I hope that we try to do
in essence what they're saying.
We just do the best we can and try to keep up with all the national standards and stuff. Things that are basically not national, international. Keep up to what the best and the best and the best are doing. So it's just been fun, and I think there's a lot of good dentists in Southeast New Mexico, and there's not enough dentists for sure. I think there's a lot of really good ones. We just kind of differentiate ourselves.
That's why you do all the outreach you do, because that's something that for folks that don't know is Keon's, when he's not doing Carabelli stuff, he's big in, doing his outreach and working with other dentists and healthcare providers in the state and doing free screening events and things like that throughout the year.
That, so. We're doing an event. So because of COVID stuff, it just became really hard to get, it's like, for example, we were planning on doing a free clinic, kind of at a couple cities around the state, and one of those cities, their schools are already shut down for the rest of the semester. And so they were like, "Hey, we can't sign up with you guys. Let you use our facilities."
Right. want to, but
we want to, but we're just like,
the
we're right now, we're not even seeing kids, like, let alone let you guys bring in a couple hundred people.
Sure.
So last year we had to pivot a little bit, and we ended up doing like a free denture clinic where we basically made dentures for people and served several hundred people. I mean, it was really
something was a little less.
Person
or face to face, I guess, a little bit.
Right. Well, less. It's
gathering, I guess.
Yeah, not huge gatherings.
Yeah,
it was almost by appointment. We did it at like community centers, and we did it twice so far, and kind of led both those events. And that's one of those things I love doing dentures, love doing that kind of stuff. So it's really for me was something kind of near and dear to my heart. So we were able to do that, and it worked out really great. And a lot of the people who needed those things, we helped them get ready for it. So we did that in kind of like Bernalillo County. The county up there helped us do it. It was just kind of easier to get people who do a lot of dentures, dentists, to volunteer for that event. So we're going to do that again next year. We were planning on doing 3 different clinics of the state and doing that again next year. And then in the fall, we're doing a big event in Farmington. So
cool.
That kind of worked out because they kind of were able to reserve somewhere that basically they locked it in and they can't back out. So I mean, so we're doing it. Yeah, so we're doing it. So no, it'll be good. It'll be really good. Yeah.
Excellent. Of course, if you're needing help, things like that, that's where he specializes, helping families here. Kids. He can work with the kids. He works with the adults. It's an incomplete family dentist.
Yeah,
and you can come in and here's something else I want you to check into, folks. If you are dealing with sleep apnea issues, things like that. Dr. Usher, she's the one who handles this stuff.
The sleep. I have the sleep apnea. She handles the sleep apnea.
Yeah. She's the one who's the treater of this. But my wife uses it rather than have the big giant CPAP machine, which they're great. They do things. But if you're wanting an alternative or maybe something that doesn't require all that first.
Yes.
Talk with Dr. Usher. She has it's basically a mouth guard, is what it is.
Well, no,
but it's more advanced than that.
Yeah, it's for on a basic level, it's like a quote unquote night guard.
Yeah.
But what it does is it's kind of tuned to your jaw, and your neck, and your tongue.
Yeah, it's more than just buying a mouth guard at Walmart or something for football.
And it just it's one of those things. I mean, because I mean, I don't know how many of your viewers have like actually worn a CPAP, but man, it literally like the first time I ever saw one, I didn't know what the one looked like.
It's like Darth Vader.
It literally is like what Darth Vader, like when Darth Vader first, comes out of like the cryo chamber or whatever, or I think it was when Luke Skywalker's like. Remember, he like
I think it's Empire where
he's like they're trying to bring him back from being frozen. Han Solo saves him, and he's in that like chamber with the thing on his face. I'm pretty sure that's just a CPAP. I mean, I'm honestly convinced that like they just hooked
George
the CPAP.
Lucas just painted up a CPAP.
Yeah, George Lucas got a CPAP and just put him underwater and made him wear it for a while. Because it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like and now have you heard about what's happening with CPAPs? So Philips, I think, recalled all of their CPAP. They're the largest. My understanding is they're the largest CPAP maker in America. They just recalled all of them because they cause cancer. Apparently there's some kind of foam or plastic inside of them. And this is, I mean, I would recommend just, if you have a CPAP, look into it, ask your doctor about it.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to scare people, but like, I just found out from a patient who's a doctor, he's a physician here in town, and he came in for an appointment. He was telling me about that, how he's really mad. And he's like, I've been using a CPAP for 10 years. Now they're telling me it causes cancer.
Wow.
And it's like, what?
Hold on. Say that again.
So there's a huge recall. And
again.
so I mean, I don't know. It just, but at the same time, it does
again, if that's a concern
save
for you.
lives. Like you need it.
Yeah.
It's just disappointing that they would bring a product to market that they could hurt people,
especially after it's been out that many years.
Yeah,
and
I don't know. Maybe it's this the newer model. I don't know.
Version?
I have no. I haven't like really delved
an evolution, a modernize of it. And it turned
possibly,
out okay.
It's something to do with like you have to do the cleaning of it. Like there's like
Well, I remember the William Shatner commercials where they got some company that like gives you the clean something or other.
Right.
Yeah, that's
it's
all I know
something to do
about
with. I guess again, this is a very this is like a quick Google search study. I'm not an expert on this. But it was I was looking at it. It's something to do with the cleaning products, break down the plastics or something inside of it. and then those become carcinogens.
The reaction between the chemical cleaning products and the plastics.
I don't know. Yeah.
Interesting.
So, I mean, you can't really. I don't think you can just throw vinegar in there because you'll turn into a pickle. So, yeah. So
it doesn't smell pleasant either.
Yeah. So Dr. Usher does a lot of the sleep apnea stuff, and it's just one of those things. For the patients that get it, they're just, it changes a lot of things for them, and so it's really cool.
It's helped my wife, and she done the big bulking machine and all the noises, and apparently not the risks either.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say that it's.
Talk to your own healthcare providers.
Right. No. I was just saying, I'm not surprised. I don't know why. I feel like with these like big pharma companies or whatever, it's always like, why am I not surprised that this causes cancer?
Well, getting things out fast, then is starting to.
It just seems like it just seems like that's the playbook that happens all the time. So.
Absolutely. I just saw the time. We probably should wrap this up, but of course, if you need help.
Yes.
If you have a little holiday mishap over the next couple days and need help, call the office. They'll work with you and all this stuff. I don't think you'll be open Thanksgiving Day here, but if folks need help here, get an appointment afterwards. You've been on someone forgot to debone something and you.
We're that's our thing is we kind of, like you said, we're kind of family practice, but we also kind of specialize in doing like kind of what's called smile transformation.
Sure.
So whether that's
if you're ready to long-term plan,
if you're ready for the long-term plan, or you just want to come in and figure out what that long-term plan is, because sometimes, and I think it's one of the things that I know we gotta get shut down, but I think for a lot of people, this conversation happens. They come in, oh, my teeth are terrible. I don't know. They're just so embarrassed, right?
Sure.
And the conversation, like I had a patient the other day. Just such a sweet person. She went and saw a dentist, somewhere in Texas.
Okay.
And they told her she had 17 cavities. She was so embarrassed that she was just I don't want to go back.
Right.
I'm so embarrassed.
She'd rather just deal with it.
Yeah, a whole complex around it, And then she came in to see us. She's like, I know I have 17 cavities. It's probably worse because I've been ignoring it, blah, blah. She didn't have I couldn't find a single cavity. So I don't know if they were just looking at the wrong x-rays. I don't know what. It was a big corporate organization that she went to. Who knows what was going on there? I showed her all her x-rays, took pictures of all her teeth. I showed her what a cavity looks like, and then she had 0. And so whether it's that fear of going in, it's almost always less bad than you think it is.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the biggest barriers.
I guarantee whatever you've hyped in your head, once you go through it, you're going to be like, well, why did that was not as nearly as what I thought it was going to be. I shouldn't have really worried about it.
And there's so much like stuff out there that it's, you see these like, people talk about implants. Most people don't even know what an implant is, and it's not that you need to. Why would you need to? But you have this you start developing this idea in your head.
Sure.
And it's almost never.
And
never
dentistry automatically invokes images of saws and hooks and everything else. And so, it's just one of those things. So.
Yeah, we have 0 hooks at our office.
That's right.
Or saws.
Except for those little things they scrape your.
That's not really a hook. It's just
a
little pointy guy.
Yeah.
It's not. His purpose is not to hook.
Yeah, it's to scrape. And by the way. Cleanings, if you've had to do like the deep cleanings, they use water picks and things now. It's not nearly as invasive.
Yeah, we just sandblast them.
Yeah, it's like power washing.
Yeah.
It's kind of what they do on them now. It's
fun.
Much less painful and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
What's the best way to schedule an appointment? Online,
give us a call. Yeah, give us a call. Best way to schedule is just give us a call. We have wonderful people up front that know they can answer most of your questions, so you don't even need to see me. And so 575-622-4455. That's 575-622-4455, or find us on Facebook, carabellydental.com, Facebook, or online at carabellydental.com, or find us on Facebook. So,
or just walk into the office during the day and say, "Hey, can I get an appointment?" And they'll schedule one.
Yeah, exactly.
Front desk will help you out.
They'll take care of you. Yeah,
good deal. Well, good deal. Well, you and Sarah and your family and everybody, I hope you have an awesome Thanksgiving.
You too, man.
And we look forward to talk to you here, and we'll talk Christmas afterwards.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. This will be fun to talk Christmas with the kids here. And
I know. I've already started. I'm working on it. I'll let you know how it goes.
Right.
My project is to get them really hyped on loving Christmas.
Is the plan for family to come visit you, or are you going to go on the road again, or are you just going to be?
Yes, we're doing both. We're going to do a little bit of both. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
So
I'm going out of town for Christmas.
Nice. This is our first Thanksgiving are here, so we're
nice.
excited. Yeah.
that'll
Well, the
be
first
fun.
first like group Thanksgiving.
That
so,
you're hosting
yeah.
and everybody.
Yes.
You're on call. For
I'm on
hosting.
call. Yes, we'll be here.
Well, good deal.
Cool.
Well,
Thanks,
if we
Mike.
see you Monday and you know you're dragging, we know what happened.
Yeah.
They wore you out. So. Thank you, sir.
So thanks, man.
Thank you, sir.
So thanks, man.
Now for a Pecos Valley News update, I'm Jared Cirillo. As a reminder, city halls in Carlsbad, Artesia, and Roswell are all closed on Thursday for Thanksgiving. Roswell City Hall is also closed on Friday as well. Certain other city facilities in Roswell have varied holiday schedules. In addition, some city services will have adjusted schedules to accommodate the Thanksgiving holiday. The Roswell Public Library and the Roswell Museum and Arts Center will both be closed Thursday and Friday. They'll reopen Saturday. Roswell Transit will not operate buses Thanksgiving Day. Buses will be in operation Friday on Main Street. The buses will run from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Call-in pickup requests on other streets will not be available. And the Roswell Solid Waste Department's trash pickup for the week has been adjusted. Areas normally picked up on Monday and Thursday will have their trash containers picked up on Monday and Wednesday. Areas normally picked up Tuesday and Friday will have their trash containers picked up Tuesday and Saturday. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Waking up on the right side. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Wisconsin shoppers on FoxNews.com, they're battling higher prices and supply shortages on Thanksgiving staples, especially turkeys. You know, I just can't imagine how everything is so much more expensive than it used to be. One woman telling FoxNews.com as she exited her grocery store, look, I go shopping. I went shopping yesterday. And it's obvious in every single item that you buy. The supply chain crisis, read an article this weekend, may drive import costs of computers and apparel and furniture up double digits. The U.S. emergency oil stash is in the spotlight as gas prices surge. That's not the answer. That's an emergency reserve.
From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
Looking for a good investment? Want to reduce uncertainty, financial risk, and hedge inflation? Here are 8 reasons to consider NRIA's Prime Real Estate Development Fund. Steady monthly cash flow payouts with double-digit targeted returns. Solid, affordable, high-demand home and apartment assets back you. New construction built where housing is badly needed and demand booming. Substantial properties already built and selling right now supporting you. Short and long-term strategies with steady cash flow and appreciation anticipated. An industry leader with a 15-year track record of 3 million square feet built and a pipeline of $1.7 billion of new property in progress. Hedge against inflation and receive steady cash flow. Start your due diligence at nria.net or call 800-800-1414. That's 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks pretty good today. We'll be in the low to mid 70s and plenty of sunshine. Overnight, a few clouds drifting through with our low in the mid 40s as a cold front arrives. We'll be a little bit cooler tomorrow. Our afternoon high in the upper 60s and low 70s. Then Thanksgiving Day, a mix of sunshine and clouds, isolated showers, and cooler with our high in the mid 50s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. The NBA has started playing its season. College basketball teams, they've already started. What about high school basketball? Well, that's going to start tonight, my friend. The Goddard Lady Rockets, in fact, will kick off their season against Gadsden. This will be in Anthony tonight. That starts at 5:30. Goddard will be the first team of the local teams, the big schools, to get started. Last year, the Lady Rockets, as a quick reminder of what happened last year, the Lady Rockets were 7-4 overall. 4-2 in district, not bad. In fact, Portales from that district was the top seed in the playoffs. But Goddard did not make the playoffs. Remember, this was an abbreviated playoffs, only 8 teams invited for Class 4A, and Goddard did not make the cut, so I'm sure they're anxious to get back into action. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell Talk FM 106.5.
With an SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bob Agnew. Target will no longer open its stores on Thanksgiving Day.
The company is making permanent a shift to the unofficial start of the holiday season that was suspended during the pandemic. To limit crowds in stores, retailers last year were forced to turn what had become a weekend shopping blitz into an extended event with holiday sales beginning as early as October. That forced shift turned out to be a good move as U.S. holiday sales in November and December rose 8.2% from the previous year.
As correspondent Jeremy House reporting, in an effort to lower fuel prices, the White House has ordered 50 million barrels of oil to be released from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. Critics, including the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, say the White House should instead do more to encourage domestic production of oil and natural gas. Dollar Tree, Inc. says it earned net income of $216.8 million in the third quarter. That beat Wall Street expectations. With business, I'm Bob Agnew.
Make it a November to remember at Roswell Honda. They've knocked the absolute stuffing out of the prices across the lot, so you'll save a gravy boatload. Like a 2015 Nissan Rogue for just $209 a month, a 2012 Civic for just $164 a month, or a 2012 Dodge Caravan for just $109 a month. Get a free turkey and a 12-pack of Pepsi just for stopping by, a pumpkin pie with a qualified test drive, and a $25 Albertsons gift card with a purchase. And register to win a $400 Visa shopping spree. November to remember, on now at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Pre-Black Friday deals start now at Decor Furniture and Electronics. No need to wait. Take it home today. Special pre-Black Friday savings are going on now. Save big on televisions, stereos, furniture, and mattress sets. Get ready for the holidays and save big. Pre-Black Friday starts now. Shop early for best selection. Easy financing and delivery is available at Decor Furniture and Electronics in Carlsbad on the corner of Mermont and Mesa.
Roll into winter at Big O Tires Black Friday sale. Shop jaw-dropping deals on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more from November 15th through the 29th. These deals are so big, we couldn't fit them into just one day or even an entire weekend. Buy 3 select in-stock Mesa tires at your neighborhood Big O Tires and get one free when you pay installation. That's right, buy 3 select Mesa brand tires and we'll give you 1 tire absolutely free when you pay installation. But hurry in, this deal won't last forever. Start your holiday shopping early at your local Big O and get your car winter ready. November 15th through the 29th. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation charges extra. Required on all 4 tires. Not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees extra and up to 10% shop fee based on non-discounted regular retail price not to exceed $35 where permitted. See store for details.
Today we're going to give you the 5th key to a great marriage, taken from Drs. Les and Leslie Perot. Hi, this is Pastor Troy and Julie Smotherman for The Joy of Marriage. The 5th key is commitment, living the love you promised.
Galatians 6:9 says, "And let us not get tired of doing what is right, for after a while we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't get discouraged and give up." You know, one of the keys to commitment is just deciding in your heart, I'm never giving up on God, I'm never giving up on my marriage, I'm never giving up on my family.
Commitment is a promise made and kept by 2 imperfect people. It's good for our kids to see that problems happen and we're committed to solving them together.
If you want all 5 keys to a great marriage, you can go to our website at jomconference.com.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Looking for the perfect gift? Get him a shirt from Untuck It. Now you can get up to 50% off with the Black Friday sale happening right now at Untuck It. Untuck It shirts are designed to be worn untucked. They're the easiest way to keep them looking sharp and feeling comfortable. You can't go wrong with our super soft flannels and wrinkle-free shirts, so don't miss it. Up to 50% off for a limited time only. Find the perfect gift for every guy in your list at untuckit.com or 80+ Untuck It stores. Untuck It. Shirts designed to be worn untucked.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Sigmund Freud once believed that cocaine could be used to help treat a morphine addiction. Mike used bacon to get over his addiction to beef. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 9:58. Got, a little over a minute here before we get kicked off the radio here. I forgot to mention earlier this week here, I was into that show Goliath on Amazon right now with Billy Bob Thornton. There's 4 seasons of the series, and then they ended at the 4th season. Well, I finally finished the 4th season over the weekend, and it's a good series. I enjoyed it. I liked watching it, but that 4th season, I don't know if they were going to cancel the show. I don't know all the stories behind it, but it felt abrupt. It was a different story. Each season's a different story, and they all tie together in some way, shape, or form with some characters and stuff. But I don't know. It's just, it was good. I liked it. I don't know. I feel like they could have kept going with it, and they just got tired of doing it. So that was a bummer because I kind of got into it. I actually got invested in the characters a little bit. You start, Billy Bob's character and some of, his cast, his support as part of his legal team. You get kind of attached to those characters and the stories there, and it just kind of ended. So, oh well. But it's good. I liked it. All right, we got to go. Have a wonderful day. We'll be back with an all-new show tomorrow. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell